Hello, it is us, and we are here to play what game, Sean?
I don't know. I'm a new character. New
Who
hair. Who
dis?
dis?
New character in chat. Who dis?
My name is Sean Alpha.
Are you
I'm
from
standing
51
in for-
Pegasi
Are you
B?
chipped?
No, I'm from 51 Pegasi A.
Oh, it all makes sense now. We're playing Things from the Flood. And if this is Sean from Pegasi A or B, we'll find out. But we are going to pick up where we left off, which was who did we see in the silo that should not exist? Logan. He tried looking away.
We found Jared.
Yeah.
We found Alex.
Yeah.
We found Miss Smithson.
Yep.
That was it.
Abby, anybody else we find?
We found Birdie's mom!
We did find Miss Birdie's mom.
Miss
Miss
Birdie's
mom. Miss Deborah.
Deborah
And
Birdie's mom.
what object do you have on your person, Abby?
I have a vial of... Hold, please hold.
Undulating arm.
Vial of undulating arm. I want the actual name of it. Primogenitor!
Yeah. Which hand were you carrying it?
The good one?
The good one.
The bad hand only touches that which needs destroyed.
Tell us about the bad hand. What's going on?
I have
the bad
an
hand.
undulating black tattoo on one of my arms, and that's the bad arm, and it is spontaneously rusting metal? Question mark.
Rusting with no appearance of rust. Okay, and finally,
Melting,
Sean,
like gallium.
like gallium. We learned that this exists.
Melting? So it's melting or is it corroding?
Yes.
Or is it
Deteriorating.
disappearing?
Yes. And Sean, what was you and Birdie's ulterior motive for going to Krafta?
We're trying to figure out a solution for the weird black undulating tattoo that is destroying all in its path before it destroys us or the
universe.
everything else in its way.
Yep.
Great. So we're going to do something new. You guys are all going to roll a d6, but you're all voting on one thing.
Oh.
So the majority will rule here.
No.
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 Oh, well, it doesn't matter what I
just
roll.
roll for fun.
So I can feel included.
Yeah.
Yay,
Oh,
it's
unanimous. Okay, then. So I'll tell you what won't happen when that occurs.
We make it out of here.
You
No.
live. So we had left off right. There had been three kind of main pathways. You explored one, which was the med bay. You explored the other, which was the lab / kind of vault for the silver primogenitor liquid. And then the center one, you heard voices and you followed the hallway down, and you opened the door, and there was kind of the hallway continued out into open space. There's nothing below it. And you looked around and you saw that you're kind of like in an empty silo, and right in front of that pathway that just like ends in open space, there is Jared and Miss Birdie's mom, Deborah, just floating in space, having a nice
Although they
little
were
talk.
floating?
What? They were floating.
Maybe it's
Is Miss
just an
Birdie's mom-
anti-gravity office.
Still spectral?
She is still spectral. She looks maybe a little bit less spectral than
not
Does she
before.
still
and
have a
anymore.
half? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it like
there's
11
still
and a half now?
Well, we could say the half went away. She's just 12 full people. She's acclimated now
Both
to
more
this
and less
reality.
whole.
Yeah, so you had like walked in, they both turned to look at you, and Birdie's mom had said, "Oh, hello, sweetie." And we had cut there. And Mick, you had gotten the primogenitor and you were just running up the hall. And you said you stashed it so they
Well, I
can't
think I'm
see.
holding it in my good hand, running up the hall, and then I hear "Hello, sweetie," and I stop. And I just stuff it in my bag, like wrap it in a little like rag or something. I'm like, okay, you go.
I think I want to do this before Mick arrives. I want to have like a brief
Yeah,
exchange
you have
with them.
time, I think.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do?
I don't know who you are, and I don't really care who you are, but stop pretending to be my mom. Jared,
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Jared's like, you first of all, you shouldn't be here, but that's the
We
least
know
of my
more
problems.
than you think that we do, and probably less than we think we do.
He agrees with that.
What is if
it illegal?
someone were to have a sickness coming over them, similar to, did Miss Smithson have that? Or
Yeah.
she did. Similar to Miss Smithson.
You've seen
What?
Miss Smithson?
Yes.
He
I
runs a
guess I
store.
should.
You
He's
don't
like
remember?
talking to himself. He's like, I should have known.
We were standing
been all
right next to her when you grabbed her out of the sky.
Well, not right next.
right next to
I think
her.
we were
He's
fighting,
like,
actually.
oh, that was you. Okay, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Miss Smithson, yes. It's confidential, but
That's
There's
fine.
no such thing.
I'm with the agency, so whatever. What are you gonna do with her? How are you gonna cure her? If one were to be interested in a cure for that.
we are holding her for observation right now because she can't be trusted. So we're working on a cure, but
What symptoms would you say? Does she like, I don't know, melt / corrode / degrade metal around her? Or is that not that's an unusual presentation for her?
he's like, that's never heard of that before. Like he's like, that's an unusual symptom.
Okay, that's because I just made it up right now.
Okay, good. He's like, no, it just affects essentially, he's like, it just affects their primogenitor chip.
Perfect. Okay, well, we could probably be going now.
Yep, it's
He's
nice to see you.
he's
We've had a
like,
good field trip. Bye.
That's an interesting tattoo, Mick.
Oh, Mick. Welcome. Just weren't talking about you.
What?
Talking about something
No, there's
unrelated.
no tattoo.
Because you wore a short sleeve shirt. I remember you saying, you were like, I want to wear a short sleeve shirt. So Jared goes, yeah, that's an interesting tattoo. And then, you see that it like moves in the silo light.
That's
He's trying
a
something new.
tattoo sleeve that we bought to see
At
if
Party
when
City.
we turn 18 we want tattoos.
The artist at Party City is really up and coming.
Uh-huh.
Great. And since you guys all rolled unanimously no, he will not try to detain Mick. And he will not catch on to.
Wow, that's lucky.
He will not try to keep her and put her in the final med bay.
Maybe we should put her in the final med bay.
It's a last resort.
Did you guys want to try to talk to him at all, or you just like
Yeah.
want to do quick escape?
I'll talk to him.
Lucas wants to escape.
Or talk to Birdie's mom, anybody.
Is it worth talking to them?
Yeah.
No.
Figure out why she's impersonating my dead mom.
I will say that you notice when you're talking, like before you didn't really want to look at your mom because the whole 12 and a half people behind her thing was a little uncanny, and it was like a cemetery, and you'd spent a long, hard night at the water treatment plant.
Putting in our hours.
Now you're a little more rested, and there's better lighting, and you don't have to deal with the mental shock of just being confronted with her like that first time. And you notice that on her arm she has a horsehair bracelet. Um,
Sarah, why do you do the things that you do?
Sleep far, so sleep near.
I have a bracelet made of horsehair.
yeah, you do.
I carry it with me.
Yeah. I mean,
Where did?
do
Yeah,
you
it's
you
in
can
my.
tell me if you carry it with
It's
you
in
if
my
you want.
jet bag, probably.
Okay.
I don't wear it, but I carry it with me. Where did you get that?
She's like, "Oh, don't you remember? This is mine. I taught you how to make these."
Why would you teach me how to make that?
It's the 90s. People make fun friendship bracelets out of things.
Do you not remember my crippling fear of horses after I watched my mother get run down by a horse and buggy?
She's like, "No, I am your mother, and I'm alive, and I'm right here."
Real mothers don't float.
Why are there 12 of you?
Jared looks offended.
Jared, you're a man.
He's like, "Excuse me? I'm a mother to everyone in Krafta and primogenitor." Are you really trying to ask that question, Lucas? I feel like you
Yeah,
jumped some. Why are there 12 of you?
yeah.
Oh, she's like,
Good
"Oh,
question.
wow." Um, she's like, I've been traveling for work for a really long time, and there have been some unusual side effects.
We know someone else who's been traveling, and she's not very nice. So I don't know if
Yeah.
I trust you if you've been traveling. And there's 12 of you now.
She's like, "Yeah. Well, the 12, don't worry about them. They're making their way back too." Um,
What do you know about Elizabeth? I've seen a picture of you and my real mom and Elizabeth. So
yeah.
you would.
She's like, "I'm so glad you asked. I didn't want to
You shouldn't be.
lay too much information on you all at once." Um,
I look offended now.
Well, then you shouldn't be here.
she's like, "Oh yeah, Elizabeth. I mean, Elizabeth is kind of the reason that I'm like this. She's the reason why I
Am alive.
disappeared. Yeah, yeah. She was doing some crazy experiments, and I got caught up in one of them, and I had to travel across timelines following Elizabeth to get back here."
We understand.
Also, we're in the wrong.
Yeah.
Why did you come to the wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, I followed Elizabeth, and that's where she was.
Do you
Do
know
you
that
work
she
with
can't-
Elizabeth?
She can't be. No, we can't trust her. We can't let her do whatever she's gonna do.
Oh, well, we are currently stopping her from doing whatever she wants to do. It's been very effective.
Good. I
It's like looks
knew-
at Birdie like, we are.
She's like, and plus, the original doesn't exist anymore. So this
No,
is
that's
the
not
best
possible.
version.
No, I don't. No.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you in this timeline?
I don't think
With
anything
me?
happened to Lucas.
Yeah. So you should stop complaining. You have a new friend at school. Okay.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
I have
what
a
it
new friend. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
My
his
parents,
consequence.
my family is still fucked up. Actually, which I have a bone to pick with you, mister.
Because he's not
Jared
related to
like-
that.
looks
It's a
at
different
Jared.
Jared.
Pointing
It's a
to
different
Jared.
And suddenly he's filled with rage. And
Oh,
he's
God.
like,
Jared's just
what
like-
did you do to my parents? And you need to stop it.
It's like, whoa. First of all, I didn't do anything to your parents.
You know what happened to his parents?
I don't know. No.
They're chipped by chips that you guys make or
Okay,
are in
first of
charge
all,
of.
I am not in charge of all of Crafticore. I am only in charge of Prime.
You have the biggest office. I gesture to the giant void that we're standing in front
He's like,
of.
"Oh yeah, that's because I can do this," and then he like teleports everywhere.
I just stop that. Stop avoiding the question.
He's like, "No, honest, like I'm not the head. Like you should talk to the head of Crafticore. I'm only in charge of the Primogenitor project."
Well, that's
And
bad enough.
that used to be what the Loop School for Special Kids were. So primogeniture was really a way to help the kids from the Loop's special school for special kids after they grew up and
Lucas looks at Birdie.
couldn't control
I
their
never went there.
powers. So they needed a little help.
Okay. Well, that's been some information, I guess. It still doesn't explain a lot.
And then he looks, I guess, I'm assuming he like teleports everywhere and then he like teleports right in front of Lucas.
Oh, Lucas, okay.
Do you still have the comic book, Lucas?
Yeah, it's probably in my bag.
I feel like maybe he's just like a corner of it peeking out. And then he's
Yeah, I
like,
think it's open because Lucas was ready to grab his hockey stick and some hockey pucks and start playing catch a Jared. Like
and Jared
goal.
was like, Jared like is like, what is that? Like he sees the cover and he's like, what is that? And he pulls
What?
it out. He like
It's your
whips it out.
propaganda. Jared like grabs it. I mean, Lucas like grabs it.
He like, you can grab it, but he sees the cover for a second more, and he's like, when he holds it up, you see, it says, like the penguin threat, and there's like a picture of what looks like Jared, and
Penguin.
penguin, the penguin
The
threat.
penguin.
Damn word. And you see the author is just the initials M.E. And Jared goes, Emmy!
Like, who do we know that's M.E.?
You guys don't necessarily know who
No.
he's talking
No,
about,
no idea.
but
Ham
you have no idea.
What didn't you make this?
No!
You didn't make this?
No!
The
This is
star of it.
obviously propaganda of
Not make this.
Krafta.
My sister, who sometimes doesn't believe that I'm her
You
brother.
have a sister? Wow.
It's a side
I
story.
don't want to go to your family.
So you have a
gatherings.
sister that refuses to acknowledge that you're her brother, and now you're with a woman who's pretending to be my mom. You got some serious issues, buddy, with family.
You're not wrong. It's not easy. He's like, well, Emmy and I have come to an uneasy truce, and I guess I'm interesting enough for her to make a comic book about. It looks like she's been following my movements.
So it's pretty easy to get up here, buddy.
Wow,
So
what a family.
I would
What a
not put it
family.
past her.
You noticed any Swedish fish around recently?
He's like, no, but there has been a lot of espresso missing from the espresso machine. So she's been here all along. Yeah, okay. So you get the sense that like they're not going to detain you. They'll
Yeah.
talk to you a little bit more if you want to know something specific, but they're also, kind of like, so what are you guys doing here?
I want to charm
What are y'all
my
doing
mom.
here?
This is where I work.
I
wanna
wanna
charm your mom.
my fake mom.
Charm that fake mom. Sure.
Can I use... Okay. I have, from a long, long time ago,
Oh,
I have
boy.
a +1 8 legs, which is related to the horsehair bracelet. Can
Yeah.
I use that +1
Sure.
now? Okay.
Of course you can.
I gotta get rid of
I only want the
these.
best for you. You could even use the baloney bifocals.
Oh, sure. I'll do that as well. Do you think I'm ever going to use +1 mark spiritual person? Or is that just going to hang on to the end of the game?
Wait, +1 what?
Mark spiritual person and +1 decoration of Mark when he had those stones on his house because he was dead.
Sure,
You think those are ever going to come back
I'll
up?
let you just use those since Mark will never come back. Spend them all
so-
now.
One from that and one from that. One from the baloney bifocals, one from... Okay.
Good job.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Mother.
Yeah, sweetie.
Do I want to form a lasting relationship with my mother? No. I want
Go
her
into harm's
to
way.
try to persuade others to believe me. Like, I want her to sort of help us make Jared help us.
Okay. Yeah. How do you do that?
I say, okay, Deborah, if that is your fake name.
Yes, Birdie. I know that's your real name because I gave it to you.
You gave it to me here, but now we're here, so who knows who gave it to me. Anyway, you remember my good friend here, Mick.
Yeah.
Do you remember her coming to my 5th birthday party when we both watched you die in front of us?
I'm still not sure that happened, but okay, sure.
She's very sick with something involving this man.
She looks at Jared.
And I'm going to go ahead and blame him for that. So, if you are my real mom, then you will help me help her get better because she's my best friend and you're my fake mom. And this
She's like,
man is responsible for that.
she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, so let me. She's like, I didn't know, Mick, I didn't know you were sick. Let
I'm
me
not sick.
see.
I'm not sick.
This tattoo's not a real tattoo. It's an undulating thing that she got when she touched some bad water, I think. I don't know. She's just got degrading metal around her.
It's a bad penguin
Yeah.
water. If a
Bad
penguin
She's
penguin
really
water.
angry these days.
I'm not
Oh,
angry.
she is. You're not angry anymore?
Not angry. I was never angry.
She might have a little bit of temperament.
She might be a little bit more angry than normal.
So, you know, Jared kind of teleported everywhere.
Mhm.
Birdie's mom speed like flashes over to Mick and like is holding your arm, Mick. So you know, as she goes really fast, you kind of see the many trails of her. She holds your arm and she's like, "Oh my gosh, sweetie, like when did this happen?
Oh,
Has
like
it always been like this?
no, like today.
Has anything else strange happened?"
Where to begin?
There was there's a car in the parking lot that was melted, and then I think I melted it more, but also stopped it from exploding.
Okay. Why don't you show me? Is there a, is what? Let's
Okay,
see.
I'll walk over to Jared's desk and I'll touch his monitor.
Sure. Jared's like, it's not like I'm in charge here or anything.
You shush, mister.
You gave up that up a long time
You
ago.
said you're not the boss here.
Jared's
Those are
just
your
like-
words.
Okay, great. And make a check. Just
Oh.
of, I guess, force.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. You don't have to. I mean, depends on what you want to do.
I'll reroll. Great.
Whoa.
I marked scared because I didn't think I was sick, and I was failing to acknowledge it, and now I'm scared.
So nothing happens. And Birdie's mom like is kind of like looking at your arm while you're doing this.
Look, see, I'm not sick. They're
He is
wrong.
sick.
Like-
She melted a car.
She's like, okay, you know, it doesn't. I mean, this isn't like what happened to Alex and Miss Misson.
She only used primogenitor a little bit, I think.
She's like, you used primogenitor?
Not on purpose.
No, this man irresponsibly left his laptops lying around, where anyone could just poke their finger.
Jared is like, this is a gross misstatement.
No, that's exactly how I remember it.
Jared's like, this is
We can't be
Uncalled
held
for.
responsible. We're teenagers. We're inherently inquisitive and curious.
Birdie's
If it
mom is
can be
like,
gotten
"Oh,
into,
wait,
we will.
Wait, tell me what happened." Like she's like, you didn't tell me this part. Like what happened?
She poked herself. Her eyes turned silver. She chased us. She levitated a car. And then she was all good.
Okay, great. She's like, well, I think. And then she later touched the black water.
Are her eyes silver right now? My
Mhm.
mom? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Every time you've seen Jared and your mom, their eyes have been
Do
metallic.
I know that you touched the water? I don't think I do.
No, we decided not, but
Yeah, and then this started happening.
She's like, "Okay, well, it's not primogenitor itself, it's something reacting to primogenitor. So the fact that she doesn't have the chip is probably good because the chip is what's making Alex and Miss Smith and Alicia. Um, that's Miss Smith's first name. we're on a first name basis, Alicia and I. She's like, that's what's something's infected the chip, and that's what's causing the.
What infected them? Is it contagious? Are we gonna catch it? Are you gonna catch it? Is he gonna catch it?
She's like, we don't know. All we know is that it has something to do with what's in the tunnels. Have you been in contact with the water in the tunnels?
We went to where the Hephaestus used to be.
Mm.
Lucas like smacks your arm and is like, "Shut up!
This is my mom.
This
Lucas.
isn't your real mom."
She's like, well, that would do it.
and then my bag got wet.
Yeah.
It's not our fault that the water's poisonous. It's y'all's fault.
Yeah, because you're not stopping the penguins.
And we just had to fix a water treatment plant because there's black dots in the water, which was obviously poisoning everyone in all of Sweden.
And we fixed it.
And we are not qualified to prepare a water
we
treatment
did it
plant
anyways.
because that's how
that's
giving
the kind
we
of
are.
stress we're under, and because the adults have failed.
She's like, okay, I see. She's like, let's all go to like the kitchenette, and she's
No,
like,
there's a lot of trauma. And you're
Jared
not
is
allowed to
like,
be motherly when your eyes are glowing silver.
Can you make it not do that? Is that reversible?
no.
Do you have primogenitor right now?
And she's like, yes,
But why?
Does he?
yes.
Why is he golden?
Then why are his gold?
She's like, this is a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not a lot of answers.
Okay, so you want to charm her your charm was to get her to help you help Mick.
Correct.
Okay. So, unless you roll an additional roll for like primogenitor
Mhm.
Krafta core secrets,
That can wait for now.
she's
Lucas
not
wants
gonna.
to roll for that.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll let her address the mix stuff first, and then we'll let you roll for primogenitor
Interrogate.
Krafta core secrets. um. So okay, she's like, well, I only just got back, and I don't think Mick. I don't think it hasn't spread, has it? She asks Mick.
Well, it just started today, so I don't know if that's conclusive evidence.
Okay. She's like, so I've just moved in, so I'm right next door now. And
Moved in where?
to our house.
What a coincidence. I have just moved out.
And that is a consequence of a D6 you rolled like 2 shows ago.
Oh
She
my
is now
God.
moved back into your house. But she's like, okay, well, the good news is I'm right next door. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see if it changes. She kind of looks over at Birdie and she's like, has her mood gotten a little better? Like it's just
I
that
don't
one
think
time she
so.
was angry.
No, she's been a little bit angrier usually. Outside the scope of my previous role.
She's like, and I will, now that I'm back and I'm moved in and I've talked to Jared and I kind of know what's going on, I will research what is going on with Alex and Alicia, and I'll get to work on seeing if there's a way for us to extract this from.
So what are you doing? You guys are just hanging out? We've been
What do you mean?
saving the world for like the last 6 months.
She's like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, we've been saving the world too, just different." I
These are
mean, I
two
haven't been
unrelated
here, I just
problems.
got back.
Weren't you chasing Elizabeth?
Mhm.
Why?
She'll be like, "That really is a long story." She's like, "You sure you don't wanna come sit down and have some cocoa?"
No, I'm vegan.
I have vegan cocoa. She's like, "Okay, well, you know how Elizabeth and I worked at Krafta together?"
Yes, no thanks to you telling me that. I figured it out.
Yeah, it was the Loop before, but now it's Krafta acquired it. She's like, "Well, our labs were right next to each other, even though we were working on different things. And one day, Elizabeth was not good at her job.
I've gathered.
And then all of a sudden, she moved in next to me and she was suddenly better at her job. And those other two, three, I don't remember, they were all got better at their
It was
jobs
the
too.
Hephaestum. They were fake scientists.
Well, I knew something was up.
Do you know what the Hephaestum is? Does that word mean anything to you?
Well, it does. I didn't before, but I do now. She's just like, I knew they were up to something, and I knew that they weren't making these discoveries on their own merit. So I snuck into their lab one night, and learned what, I took their notes. I think it was on a cassette tape. Um,
You'll have the missing cassette tape? Oh my
I
god.
did. It's long gone now. Um, she's, but she was like, strangely enough, I heard a lot of really crazy things. You would not believe what the Hephaestum.
By us.
We are intimately familiar
She was
with the
like, you would not
Hephaestum.
believe.
We know all about the Hephaestum and the building and God and the Serbian chess club. You would not even believe.
It's okay, Birdie's
wouldn't
Serbian
mom.
even
Chess
know.
Because
Club. I haven't heard about that.
Elizabeth can't get
For
the
God and
Hephaestum
country.
anymore.
She can't get the Hephaestum. Well, that's certainly good because the night that I went was the same night that everything disappeared, and when she used the Hephaestum to go forward in time, I got sucked in, and I was thrown across the plains with her.
I'm gonna whisper to Meg. Why can't she get the Hephaestum anymore?
Because Lucas's brother has it.
Yeah, but she can still get him. We don't know where
No,
she is
he's
right now.
not here. He's extra planar.
She's also extra player.
Not
We don't
anymore.
really
She
know.
broke herself. I assume. I don't know. Miss Birdie's mom. Also, we
Yeah.
locked Elizabeth in a bunker and she escaped. So that needs solved.
With the help of PF Liv and our principal.
That PF Liv does not sound familiar.
You know her as Natasha
She
Lintov. She's
Goes by a
changed her
different
name.
name.
Natasha. Yes, it was Natasha and Sven. It was Sven Yarnik.
Principal Yarnik. He also goes by principal now.
He was so bullied. He just always went along with whatever Elizabeth said. She's like, yes, okay. So I knew Elizabeth obviously is just as crazy now as she was then.
Does she normally get naked around
Obviously.
children and attach them to machines? Because that's a whole new level of crazy.
I would say no, she's done it in the past. I did my best to help the
She needs
kids.
to be put on a list.
I mean,
You
she is
can't just
on a
be
list.
getting
I
naked
just
around school
got here.
children.
She's like, I just got here. I'm gonna put her on a list. She's like, but don't worry, I'm gonna help you. We'll stop Elizabeth. Like, now that I'm here, and we'll figure out
We will
Nick's
stop
arm.
Elizabeth. We have
You'll
been working
stop
on this project for a while now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're project leads on this.
Yeah.
You can't just usurp our authority.
Birdie's mom, did you know that your child was the chief executive intern for the CEO of computers?
No, my child was chief executive intern.
No,
Are there any
I
pictures?
was. Yes, it was in the newspaper when she was getting arrested. You can see
Oh
me
my
in the
gosh, I
background.
can't wait to look at all those clippings.
There was an extensive sting operation involved. You're welcome. It's one less person to deal with.
And I can't wait to hear all about it. And yeah, Lucas, what did you want to roll out of all this? You said you
I
wanted craft core secrets.
want to charm for not really craft the core secrets, but for like he wants to figure out what's going on with his parents and like he doesn't trust them, so he wants them sort of hands off of the Elizabeth situation maybe, and like we'll deal with that, and in exchange we get help slash information. Like
Help
if
like now or help
we get
like
help
at
with
a
like
later date?
Mick, like if things go
Okay.
bad with Mick, we can come to them for help, or like
You're like consultants.
yeah, we're like our own special task
Agency.
force that's
Yeah.
working in tandem but not underneath.
Got it. We're brokering an alliance here.
We're brokering an alliance, part of
Who
which
are you
will involve
charming?
information about my parents. It's gonna have to be Jared.
Okay. Yeah, Jared has just been like letting this all. You get the sense that Jared is used to just
Not being in
insanity
control.
and
Not being in charge.
he not being in control, but just being like the calm in the storm kind of a thing. So yeah, he's just like standing there, kind of like silently, arms crossed, listening to all of this.
Yeah.
How do you want to charm him?
Yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna broker a deal, and I'm kind of I'm not super charming. Well, I am super charming, but I'm not I'm not gonna be super charming with him. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve my golden boy charm.
You want to be led, or do you got it?
I
He
already
did
did
it.
it.
He just did it. 2 successes.
With 2 successes, yeah. So I'm gonna go over to Jared while Birdie's still hashing things out with their mom. I'm
Fake
gonna be
mom.
like, fake mom. I don't know, you're acting pretty close with your fake mom, Birdie, giving away all of our secrets. Anyways,
Someone's
I
got
go
to
over
be
to
close to the fake.
Jared and I go, okay, Jared. Seems like we're both you and us and whatever your craft decor primogenitor nonsense is are trying to work on solving different problems. We don't want to get in your way. You don't want to get in our way.
Jared's
You
like,
know?
I agree.
But
Sure, yeah.
I think
I've got bigger things on my mind.
we can be mutually beneficial to each other if need be. Obviously, there's some sort of relation going on with strange phase woman and Birdie. We're still figuring that out. Meanwhile,
Yeah. Deborah.
Mrs. Fake Birdie's mom. Meanwhile, we have unfinished business with Elizabeth, which I'm sure you don't want added onto your plate at the same time as you're dealing with whatever this tunnel nonsense is.
Hmm.
So, if we deal with Elizabeth,
Mhm.
we are happy to help you with the tunnels if you will also, if need be, since it's not like we haven't already done help with the tunnels.
I love this negotiation. He's channeling.
he's channeling his best. But with the whole Mick situation, we may need some of your resources as well. And I think for all of the work we've already done, I also deserve some information about whatever the hell is going on with my family and why a fake brother has been inserted into it, and both of my parents have been chipped with mind control chips, which is detrimental to me doing anything.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, it is rough.
He
Get the fuck
gives
out of my
you-
face and just tell me what you know. I do get an extra effect.
Mhm.
He's infatuated with you.
I thought about it. I'm
This is a man
minor.
who can teleport, so just take that into consideration.
I want them to take risks to help me at some
Okay.
point in the future.
Sure. Jared's like, yeah, I mean, you guys, we need all the help we can get right now since more than half of my staff are infected with a mystery substance.
More than half. You don't have that
Oh
many.
my god! Wow, that's such a small team.
But he's like, sure, like I have other things to do. It seems like you guys have dealt with Elizabeth before. Um, I'm happy to help you, and I'm happy to get you some answers in the loop. Like I said, it's not my sounds like not my department, but I can do some digging and see.
Figure out whose department it is. Jared.
Yeah, that's essentially what he offers. He's like for real. You get the sense that he's being perfectly honest. Like his the eudaimonia chips were like had nothing to do with him in particular, and he doesn't know about it.
Okay.
But he could do some research for you. He's like, primogenitor was only made to help people who had extra powers and can help them control them. So like we didn't primogenitor has nothing to do with mind control.
Not true. Was it also letting you control people with powers?
And he's like, it's as true as I can know it to be. And
Got my
so
eyes
he's like,
on you, Jared. And your glowy gold eyes. Don't
glowy
think your
gold
teleporting
eyes.
is gonna save you if need be.
So yeah, he offers to look into the eudaimonia project and see whose idea it was and like why it's happening, etc. And
Yeah.
he says, oh yeah, and like we have a lot going on dealing with the tunnels. Like the Krafta Corps was tasked by the Swedish government to control the flood and like the repercussions. So you get the sense that like that's the reason why they're in the tunnels dealing with what they're dealing with, is that like
Well, you better
that's
step it up
Krafta Corps'
because
mission.
some 16-year-olds just had to fix a water treatment plant. So,
We
but
will
good luck,
not let it
buddy.
go.
Jared just pats him on. I mean, Lucas just pats Jared on the back and walks
You
away.
want to be Jared?
No, I want to beat him up.
Okay. So yeah, you get the sense that you got what you wanted. Was there anything else?
I need your phone number.
He gives you his business card. It's just
So we
gold.
can get contact if
It's
need
just
be.
gold and embossed
How
with his
tasteless. Gaudy even.
gaudy. It's the 90's, man. Yeah. So they're walking you out. Like I'm assuming you guys are talking and like you're walking down this hallway and like walking back to where you came to the secret elevator. Nick,
Yes.
how are you going to like I feel like they're gonna like be looking around and that they could potentially see into the lab.
What lab?
The safe that you pulled.
Oh, I
that
thought
We
weren't we like
melted?
on a T, and the exits were just
Yeah,
like,
you guys
straight?
are coming. You guys are coming down from like the
Aren't there closed doors?
T. I don't think there were closed doors. There weren't closed doors in the med bay, or there's only one story, and In my mind, there
And
were
it's one large silo.
there were there weren't any doors, but you can roll a d6 if you want, Mick. How about
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
To see if you have to. Will he see it unless you do anything? That's the question.
No.
No, he won't see it.
Haha.
Okay, great. So yeah, you've talked. You get the sense Jared will help with the stuff you wanted. You get the sense Birdie's mom will help. She's right next door, so she's there to help as well. And is there anything else that you want, Mick? Okay, great. And then if you guys want, are you leaving anything else you want to do before you scoot out there?
Do you have any like good
No.
weapons?
Birdie, I don't
Birdie
trust you
just
with a
wants
weapon.
tentacle whip.
Elizabeth has a giant robotic mech.
No,
we
we
need something.
don't have that. We are the weapons.
Oh my God, do you have any more? Never mind. Can you take this out? Like, can you stick your finger and become whatever you are right now?
Oh, are you asking Birdie and Jared in particular?
Yeah, I'll gesture at the both of them.
Yeah. So they're both like, oh, like we don't need to.
But you could.
Oh, you just have control over it.
They're like, we don't need a chip to like help focus our superpowers.
You don't have primogenitor right now?
We have no chip. You get the sense that there's two parts of primogenitor. There's a chip that's everybody has in their brain, except for those two, and then there is the liquid.
The liquid is not primogenitor?
The liquid is part of, like, it's a two-part system.
Oh.
Because remember when Alex and them had their silver eyes, they had no control. They were like
Yeah.
like zombies following directives. So
Yeah.
that's the chip from whatever that company was.
Smith and Smithson.
No, that's wrong.
That is wrong.
It is
It
wrong,
is called
but
Jaeger and Sons.
Yep.
it's
Jaeger and Sons.
It had sons in it, so Smithson made sense, but I knew it was
Smithson,
wrong
yeah.
too.
Yeah, so you get that there's a sense of like the way that they're like, oh, we don't have a chip. There was something about the injection that like initialized something, and the chip received, like a transmission essentially from the briefcase.
Yeah, but then
Whereas
Alex pricked his
they
finger
are
and took it
always-
out.
Say again?
Alex pricked his finger and the liquid left him.
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
What? He
You
didn't
pricked the finger and it injected you.
Yeah, and then you could prick your finger and it would go back in.
Yeah.
Would
Oh
it
yeah,
not?
once your mission was done, it
Oh.
was returned.
Yeah. So can you do that? Can you prick your finger on a briefcase and become glowy eyes superpower?
Roll a d6. No.
You're just okay. So you're permanently like this. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get
Your
the
mom
sense
was always
like
known for her beautiful eyes.
you get the sense that like the primogenitor agents that you know of came from the Loop School of Special Kids. And from the Loop School of Special Kids that like they all had special powers as young kids. So like you just get the sense that somehow Jared and Deborah were more in control of those powers and like more like it was like part of their DNA in a sense, as opposed to being like artificially enhanced.
Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. If you're gonna float, you might as well float above buggy height. Who knows what's gonna come down the road?
Who knows? Yeah. Anything else you guys want to do? Talk about?
No.
All right.
No.
So they send you they're like, "Oh, well, we have, like, a few more things, like, some tests to run here, and, like, now that we know about mixed arb, like, we have some things that we can look at, with our agents who are in the med bay." And right as the elevator is, like, closing for you guys to go down, your mom is like, "Oh, and Birdie, remember to let me know what color you wanna wear for your bridesmaid's dress."
Just watch her as the door closes. Don't respond.
Just maintain eye contact. Uh, Great, okay.
Can you believe that woman is impersonating my mom?
I
I
don't
think she's
understand
your
why they're
real
so
mom.
nice.
Because they're
I
trying to pretend to be my mom. My mom was nice to me, so they have to be nice to me too.
mean, it might be your real mom.
Why
Lucas,
not?
my mom is dead. Mick and
My
I
brother's
saw her.
possessed
I
by a
didn't-
building.
You keep saying that I saw her die, but I did not see her die.
I get real close to Mick and I say, Mick, my mental well-being depends on you agreeing that you watched my mom die in front of me, okay? So we're gonna nod and say she died in front of our eyes. Okay, good. So that's probably why they're being nice to us. As for Jared, I don't know. He seems to be cuckoo banana brains.
I think we should go find his sister. He said he had a
M.E.?
sister. She seems to know
Who's
things.
watching him?
Maybe we can get some dirt on him.
That would be fun. That would be good. We should do that.
We still need to figure out this whole Elizabeth situation. We should probably check in on what's her name?
On who? Who should we check in on, Lucas?
Principal
Uh,
Yarnick Jr.?
Louise?
no.
Louise?
Louise.
Louise is
Yeah,
fine?
Yeah?
Louise.
Is Louise fine? No,
Louise is
Louise
fine.
was unconscious when we left her.
I forget where we left
you
her.
like,
Just in her
you
house.
like
house?
you like propped Louise Tenenbaum up.
think I
Louise
put her
is probably
Back up
fine.
by her in or
She's
by
a
her
strong,
wheelchair.
independent woman.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
is,
she
but she's
is.
also at the scene of the crime.
They
What?
wouldn't
The
go
escape,
back.
I should say.
Yeah, they broke out of prison. They're not going to go visit prison again.
Yeah, but we need to figure out where they went.
It's really on brand for Elizabeth to make herself known when a problem presents itself.
Usually, it's not best to let other people take the initiative in situations like this. You
We don't-
gotta be thinking offense. The team needs to be on offense.
But look,
the best defense is a good offense.
Gotta get the
Jared's
puck
sister,
in
if
the
Jared's,
goal.
if
Gotta
Jared's
get the
sister
puck
knows
in the
about
goal.
the Penguins, maybe she knows about Elizabeth too.
Maybe we can. Oh yeah, he said she was good at finding things out. Maybe she's like a
Oh,
detective
yes. We should
or a
find her.
spy. Okay, we'll talk to Miss Blonkin. Maybe she'll know
Mm,
where this ME publisher lady is.
yeah.
I wonder what her first name is. Marissa?
Marissa.
Marissa.
Melissa. Are you guys gonna do anything? Are you gonna go home? Are you gonna talk to anybody?
It's early in the morning.
Downtime?
Early?
It
yeah,
is-
it's been
it
We're
like
is
an
early
skipping
in the
hour.
school.
And
School has been
apparently-
canceled.
We're skipping school.
School has been canceled.
It's been
School?
canceled, and then extracurriculars from the parking lot have also been canceled.
The full parking lot was a real problem.
Let's
for
go
that.
to the comic book store.
Let's go to the comic book store.
We don't have any other pressing thing to figure out, do we?
Not yet, you don't.
Oh, just wherever the Hephaestum is, I guess.
Yeah. Probably in Serbia.
Okay. You go to the comic book store.
I'm gonna, when we get to the parking lot, I'm gonna go up to Lucas. I'm gonna go to Lucas. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. But I need you to drive Rudy for me. I'll tell you how to do it.
I don't have a driver's license, I don't think.
I don't know if I do either.
You need me to drive Rudy?
Because it's not possible, really, to drive just with one hand. And I can't touch him because of my new not sick superpowers.
I mean, okay. Well, sure.
Well, I'll sit in the sidecar. We'll have
I
Birdie
don't
sit
know how to
behind you.
drive.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna walk you through.
Okay. Even though I think I have a better move than you, technically.
Probably.
I'm just a
But
natural.
that doesn't matter. You don't have +2 Rudy.
I don't have +2 Rudy. Okay. Sure, we can try. Maybe we should just walk places for a little while.
No.
Or
Don't be
take the bus.
ridiculous.
They have good public transportation.
Theo beep beeps from the street.
You're supposed to be in Stockholm. Okay, let's go find Miss Blinken or her husband because they're always right next to each other.
Well, his shoulder. The rest of him, it doesn't have to be there.
She's
I would
always
hope
leaning.
the rest of him is there
She's
as well.
always just leaning on
She's
something.
always just- She has a mug of something. That's great. I'm in character. All right,
Okay.
roll this move.
I'll lead you.
And then I want you to narrate what the experience of driving Rudy for the first time is like.
I'm gonna add
For
Rudy
everyone.
to my lead. Oh Jesus.
Okay.
Fuck me.
What? Girl.
Why are you so bad at rerolls?
What is this? I would say, Nick, that that strange bad mood you had before it has rapidly returned. Maybe you're hangry.
Maybe I'm hangry.
It's probably just low blood sugar, but you are now
Hangry.
quite frustrated. And I think, aren't there consequences for failing lead?
Only if you're trying to heal.
Only if you're trying to heal. Okay, then.
If you're trying to heal, you hurt yourself as well.
Mm.
Okay. I think we get on to Rudy, and you're trying to tell me all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're a mechanic. You're like,
It's
what?
just any lead.
Yeah, I think it's any lead.
Oh, it's any. Oh, if you fail to lead, you must check your condition. Oh, you have to tell me
How your relationship has been hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
I
gonna be.
thought it wasn't good.
This is gonna be so awful that nobody is allowed to touch Rudy ever again.
You can break your special thing. That doesn't bother me. Okay. Yeah, I think you're like, I get you. You're trying to explain it to me. You're like over explaining, too much detail.
You should roll
I'm
your
like-
move to see if you succeed before we narrate. Okay.
Oh, I'm fine. But don't worry. I got a whole spiel. You're trying to explain it to me. You're like, that's the motor. It's like a V8 twin, whatever. I added fuel injectors. Lucas is just like nodding along. His eyes are glazed over. Not a single thing is penetrating his brain. You're like quizzing him. He's failing miserably. And you're getting angry and angrier. He just like gets on and is like, Mick, I'm a visual learner. Okay, I watched you do it. I can just figure it out. I know I'm a hockey player. I know I learned things by feel by doing it, whatever. He's like, just sit in the sidecar. No, the sidecar is Birdie's.
No, she's in the sidecar.
Yeah.
I'm behind you. We're
Oh,
all
yeah.
uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Get in the sidecar
The
and don't
feng
touch
shui
anything.
is so off of this.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
unbalanced.
But then I think Lucas just like messes with some stuff, gets Rudy started, and it's like doesn't, it's one of those things where he the classic, you don't know how strong or fast the accelerator or the brake is, so it's like like it's going like this for the
Everyone
first,
has
like,
motion sickness and a headache.
10 minutes. Nick is
Overcorrecting
just
steering.
yelling at Lucas. Yeah, Lucas is like revving, right? It's like, I got this. And then after 10 minutes, you're just going at like 5 miles per hour down the road. And Lucas is like, this is good. I got this. And yeah, we're just gonna go really fucking slow.
Perfect.
I don't think any of these successes make sense. I will impress Birdie.
For not killing
Wow.
Yeah, for being successful in the first place.
Wow, I thought I was gonna have a really bad headache, but I actually just cannot feel my head anymore. So that was
I bet I
Maybe
took
an
your mind off of
improvement.
your mom. Never mind. Oops.
All right, you get to the, I think it's called the strip, the store where Miss Blanc works. You know, aliens land here, the big sign and a big UFO is on the corner. What do you guys do? You just stroll right in?
Yeah, I'm a regular. I think you're just stroll in, bell jingles on the door, and Lucas is just like, hey, Miss Blanken, are you there?
She pops out of him.
She's got like
She's
an alien
"Oh,
mask on.
I was just stocking some things down on the lower shelves. What are you doing here, Lucas?"
Classic
she's
No,
leaning
she's
to the
so-
side so you can't see what she's
So,
leaning on.
I thought we'd spend some time here. Oh, do you have
This is
that
canceled?
comic? Yeah, that comic
Hmm.
book I ordered. Is that
Oh yeah,
that
I
I back
definitely have
ordered?
that.
It came in.
Yeah, it came in. I have it right
Okay,
here.
perfect.
She's like, "Follow me." She goes back, like to the register and like pulls out where the special orders are, and she's like
Yeah,
following through, and she's like, "Oh yeah, here it is," and she like slaps
perfect.
it down. She's like,
Okay.
"Oh, and how did you like the new comic that I sent you?"
Yeah. I really, really,
It
I
didn't
liked
have
it.
enough aliens in it yet for me, but I think it might be
No.
going in that direction.
I feel like underground aliens doesn't quite make sense either. Like they come from
But
space, which
wouldn't
is
it
like
be so cool if
the
there were underground
air.
aliens? I mean, the classic air aliens, you're right. But what if they've been
Yeah,
here all along and they've been living underground?
but that's just like War of the World.
Yeah, it's a
That's
classic.
also overdone.
Fine. Okay.
You
What did you
can't beat a
want?
classic. Anyways, who's this author? Do you know them? M.E.
M.E. Oh, M.E. Yes, I do. It's a highly guarded secret. Um, but her
Is it a
real name
pseudonym?
isn't. It's yeah, it is. But
Oh.
I know the real author because we went way back. Back when I was a police officer, I actually,
Oh,
some of the stuff. I'm sure she got some of her ideas from when I used to help her on cases back
for
when
sure.
she was working her own investigations.
Well, we were all such big fans that we were hoping we could meet her and then like maybe get an autographed copy from her. So since you know her, could you like hook us up?
She's like, "Oh yeah, it's very difficult to get to." She's a little.
I mean, I'll charm her.
Yeah. I was gonna say she's just a little cautious. Maybe I don't want to say paranoid. But when you talk with her, it's just gonna be just like keep in mind it's all part of the genius. It's all part of the fun.
I imagine in the corner of the store, someone just lowers a newspaper. It's Emmy. She raises it and then just
Sweetest
goes over
fish,
to-
like
Yeah. You see Miss Blanken look over and like Emmy gives her a nod. And she's like, Miss Blanken's like, okay, I only give this to people I can trust.
Was it?
But
Didn't
it's
she always go to a cafe with a
yeah.
person? Okay.
She owns that cafe now and she lives above it. So like that's what she gives you is the address of this cafe. She's like,
Oh,
just
okay.
remember if you're looking for Emmy, she's the one in charge of the cafe, but she'll know that I sent you if you say the following phrase. And so it, like on the paper with the address is like the phrase of like the cornbread's in the pan.
The Pepto Bismol's in the cornbread.
And
The
then
cornbread's in the pan.
she'll say, but where's Pepto Bismol? And then you say, and then you say it's in the bread. And then she'll know that you're cool, okay?
Miss Blanken, I think I'm a little scared now.
Oh, don't worry, she's lovely, she's nice. It's just she likes to get into character, she really loves the fun of investigating. It helps her creativity.
Okay.
You'll be fine. Here, and then she like
Uh,
gives you a free alien comic too, like, and
Thanks.
some like alien doodads.
He gets like a lot of these, so he
Yeah.
just hands them over.
I
to
feel like one's
Birdie
like a
and Nick.
headband with two like alien.
Sticks that right on Birdie. That's for
I'll wear
your
it, yeah.
that'll help with your aura detection.
She like lowers the eyes in front of her eyes and looks around.
No, just put little crystals on top.
Ooh.
That sounds cute.
Okay, well, do you think Emmy will be at the cafe right now?
Give her
Probably.
about. She like looks to see.
Mysteriously, the door rings.
And she's like, give her about
opens and
30
closes.
minutes.
Oh, well, we can kill some time over here.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Blanken, do
And
you have a
with that-
glove?
A glove?
Yeah.
Oh, she's like,
I don't
you
think
came
that's
to the
gonna
right
work.
person. And she gives you like one of those big foam hands, but it's like alien Spock glove.
Perfect.
We come in peace.
Yes. She's like, here, we just got these in, and look, if you hit it, it glows.
Wow. That is an extra bonus feature that I definitely needed.
Yeah, it glows and it makes the sound. We come in peace. So yeah.
Can I have that?
Yeah. You want two?
No, just one.
Just one? Okay. She's like, okay, well, since you guys have some 30 minutes to kill here, she's like, Birdie, there's this one about somebody who's really good at crystals, and she's like gonna do her sales job of like what she
You
thinks
look over
guys
at
might
Birdie
like.
and she's taken the thing and she's ripped one of the eyes off and she has the other one like being ripped off. And she's like, oh, I think I can keep myself busy for 30 minutes.
Okay. And then Miss
You
Blanken's
got any
like,
more of these?
Yeah, you want another one?
2 more.
2 more? All right. Coming
Miss
right up.
Blanken, no.
I'm gonna take this glove outside and with my 30 minutes. On the bad hand handle, I'm gonna create like a foam cover, and I want it to maintain when you smack it, it lights up and says "We come in peace," so I can smack my hand on it.
Whenever we make an entrance.
So Rudy goes, instead of a horn, it says "We come in peace," and we don't need a light anymore because it lights up.
Wow.
I love this for us. Okay, yeah, sure. You want to roll Tinker?
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
do.
sickly green color, the light.
Yeah. I feel like it flashes too. It's not like
Oh,
a
yeah.
steady.
Can I add my Rudy bonus because I'm working on him?
Sure.
Okay.
Squid. Rudy has really had a glow up. Great. Tinker. I'll just say since you got 2 successes, you can do like you have more control over it. Like you can make it turn the light on when you want and
Perfect.
the sound when you want.
Cool. Yeah,
gonna come out to
the
Mick.
main intent, well, is for it to work and then also protect the metal. But I've added +2 we come in piece handlebars.
Become these. Love it.
I'm gonna come out to Mick. I'm gonna lay down. One of the headbands has just the eyes removed, and the other 2 are just beyond repair. They've been like ripped in half.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna lay down 2 pieces of jade. And I'm gonna say, Mick, I need your help.
You
I'm
need
trying
my
to
help.
attach these to this, but I can't get them to stay.
Okay. How do you want them attached?
I don't know how to attach things to other things. I
Oh.
just need them to be attached.
Uh-huh.
And my intent is for you to make me an item. So
Yeah.
I want you to tinker for me.
Yeah,
and
I'll
lead
tinker
you in
for
this
you.
tinker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please
I'm gonna
make
walk
me an
you
item.
through. I'm gonna walk you through what I want with this lead. And I, Sarah, would like to use. I have a +1 glowing neck tattoo. I want the pieces of jade to be the exact shade of the glowing neck tattoo because I want this to be an Elizabeth detector.
Didn't it glow blue?
think it did
Sure, then it's
glow
turquoise.
blue.
It's
Blue
2
jade.
pieces of turquoise then.
I mean, there is blue jade.
Yeah, but jade is that turquoise feels a lot better.
Turquoise. Okay. Yeah, you like put the jade down, and then you're like, wait,
Wait a
turquoise.
second, wait a second,
What was
yes.
I thinking? You were thinking alien green theme, and then you remember the neck tattoo was blue.
Mhm.
Sure, you can make it an Elizabeth
Okay.
detector.
Perfect. So
I'm gonna say it's more specifically like glowing neck tattoo detector, and then depending on how many successes you guys get,
And that's valuable.
I feel like
There's only
ideally
3 people with them.
Ideally, I want it to be like whenever they touch their neck and it glows, then the things clang together, and I know that they're doing something.
it's like an little alarm. Are you gonna be
Yeah.
wearing it all the time now?
100%.
What is it? Radiation detectors where it like clicks
Geiger
at
counter?
you. The Geiger counters. So there's different love
Yeah, and it
frequencies.
clicks
it's
when I
like,
get closer. It clicks
tick,
faster.
tick, 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 tick,
Oh
tick.
yeah, I've done something like this before. You remember in Jackson's place.
Yes, we did.
This'll
We
be
did.
perfect.
Oh wow.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did I
We
do
did.
this?
No, I didn't.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, this was the
Yeah.
when we triangulated, right? Perfect.
But I have prior work
Great.
experience that will help me
Yeah.
with this
Here's
project.
my
Yes,
lead.
yes.
Okay, so you get 4 extra dice.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I feel like you get all the things.
I'll let you pick the bonus effects. Through tinkering. I'm like backseat tinkering.
it's
I'm
like
like,
all
no,
the
put a
things.
spring and like do that, and then you
Yeah.
gotta make them cling together.
Who's choosing the bonus effects, me or Abby?
Abby? Abby can.
I don't know what they are. How many are there?
More
When you-
durable.
You can
it
give
can
'em-
do more than expected, and it's more discreet than expected.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
know
want
if
it
you
to be
want
more
it to be
discreet,
discreet.
so we'll
Yeah, I don't
make
think
it double the other things. But it's +4 tattoo
It's up to-
detector, I guess.
It's only
So I'll
up
say-
to +3.
Oh, up to +3.
But your bonus.
But
your
do
item
you
can't be
add
over.
+1 to the bonus up to 3 times to 4, or you can make the bonus go up to 3?
I think you can make it go up to 3. That sounds
I think
right.
it's
That
up
makes
to
sense.
3. Yeah,
That
it's
makes more
add
sense.
+1 to the bonus up to a +3.
So
So,
I'll say the extra bonus is that you can change the setting to be Elizabeth
a little
setting.
notch that you.
Yeah, you have like a little. You got inspired. You're
Okay,
like,
Birdie.
okay.
I mean, your design, to be honest, was pretty good. But I've added some extra bonuses. Like, there's this little dial here that I put on the top of your head, and I've
Ooh.
put PFL, and I've put Elizabeth, and I've put Principal, and you can adjust it.
Nice. Okay, perfect. This is
And then like
beautiful.
general setting can be the alert
Mhm.
alarm, like
Mm.
woo woo, they're talking to each other, kind of
Okay.
a thing.
I now
That's
have
it. Also doubles as our siren when we're making our way down the road at
Oh!
5 miles per hour.
It also lights up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
perfect.
ran in, and I was like, actually, I want that second glove, please. Thank you.
She's like, "Oh, sure. We come in peace."
It's how fast it says that. So as you get closer, it just turns into we. Like glitching out.
You could DJ to it at
Yeah,
some point.
exactly. You can make a metronome.
Go ahead
Okay,
and add
great.
this +3 Eliza Geiger.
I love everything about this. Yes. Lucas, are you doing anything fun?
No, I think I'm just talking comics with Miss Blonkin.
Mick, what are you gonna say to Lucas after, like, how's the "you're not allowed to touch Rudy ever again" conversation gonna happen?
I don't think there's a conversation, but I think I'm like fixing everything up and making Birdie's thing. And Lucas probably comes out and assumes that he still needs to drive. And I just like death glare him until he scoots back.
Okay.
And as she death glares, the undulating tattoo undulates menacingly.
Birdie, you have a +1 space for meditations with Guru Petal, right? Because he like elbows you really hard and like looks at the undulating tattoo while Mick is giving off anger aura. He's like, because actually, sorry, you have a +2 extra people to meditate because we all need to learn how to control our emotions better.
What do you want me to do?
When Mick gets angry, her freaking arm freaks out. We need to keep her. She needs to learn how to stay calm. She's like the Hulk, but worse.
So we need to calm her down. What is she like?
How long has she been your friend, Birdie?
Yeah, but she doesn't really express affection for things. Oh,
No, the bird is not allowed near that arm.
hey, Mick.
Yeah.
I was thinking about some cool new tricks that we could teach Vibe.
That I could teach Vibe.
That's
Because
what I
Vibe
said.
likes me the best.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But I couldn't think of anything, so I actually wanted your opinion on the things that you should teach Vibe.
Birdie, you can't just come to me with an idea and then not have an idea. That's not okay.
No, but I came to you knowing that you would have already had a really good idea.
Yeah, I already have ideas.
Yeah, and I just wanted to hear them so I could.
I don't need your help.
Is this
Oh.
working?
I'm not helping. I just wanted to know.
Well, maybe I don't want to share them because if somebody else got a hold of them, then they could teach their owl cool tricks before I taught my owl cool tricks, and then they would be cooler than me, and I just can't have that.
No one's cooler than Vibe.
I mean, maybe I'm cooler than Vibe, but the Vibe's the second coolest.
Oh, if she thinks she's better than Vibe, this is some serious.
We just don't even know what's going on anymore, basically.
I think
why don't we go
I
to the
somehow
cafe?
think this is your fault.
What?
I just feel like this is your fault somehow.
No.
She was doing fine, and then you drove Rudy, and now she's not fine.
I've known her longer than you have.
So you've had more time to make her like this.
We're best friends for life. Biffles.
Hey.
We come in peace. All right. Before we'll take our quick 10-minute break before we go visit the illustrious author Me and exchange the spy passcodes and learn what immense wisdom she has for us.
Perfect.
we're back and we're about to get the signature brew of Sweden, a Swedish fish cappuccino.
Oh, I had thought the Pepto-Bismol cornbread was bad, but I had forgotten about the Emmy special.
No, there is a house latte, and it's not a latte, it's a cappuccino infused with Swedish fish, and it is
To
Horrifying.
die
the
for,
elixir. It's
literally.
the elixir of life. You guys know this area of town. Like, you don't really go there because it's kind of not a cool place for teens to hang out. But why be at a cafe when you be at the arcade? So I feel like you can get there pretty easily on. So you guys can head over whenever you like.
Yeah, let's get over to Emmy.
Zoom zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. Get there, you park. I feel like this is like old town. You know, it's like the older part of town. So, it's like maybe 50s style architecture. And you see that there's magazines. The curtain is featured prominently outside, like on the magazine rack that you could pick for your light cafe reading. And you see that you can just walk right in. The sign says open, and you see there's like nobody else in there, but it looks like somebody's behind the counter.
It is a public cafe.
Tis usually a public cafe.
Okay, we walk in. I guess I probably have the password. Is it like there's just one person behind the
Yeah, one
the
person
bar?
behind the counter. She looks um what?
She looks off into the distance.
It was memories
My
of Emmy
message
flooding
worked.
back.
I was trying to think about how old she was. She looks like in her 20s. Pixie cut, uh, you know, big old frumpy sweaters and kind of 80s jeans. Like, she's not in style with like the new cool kids
Oh
these
yeah.
days.
Mm.
But she's like, "Oh, hi. Fancy seeing you here. What, 3 cappuccinos?"
I'm
Um,
vegan.
I think we're
Swedish fish
okay.
has no
It has
animal product.
gelatin.
Not in Swedish fish.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We actually, do you have cornbread on the menu? Is the cornbread
There's
in
cornbread
the pan?
in the
She says, "Oh,
If you don't, it's
but where's the
okay.
Pepto-Bismol?"
Where is it, Lucas?
Where's
I
the
I think it's in the bread. I don't like
What
saying
kind
that
of bread?
statement. It's cornbread.
Yeah, okay.
He's really bad with passwords.
She's like, "Miss Blanken sent you?"
Yeah.
She's the only one who knows that I'm ME.
Yeah. I'm pretty good friends with Miss Blanken, and we've known her for a long time. We've worked with her before, on like secret stuff. So she's cool, and we're cool, and we wanted to meet ME if possible.
Yeah, right. Okay. She hands out 3 Swedish fish cappuccinos
I don't want
on the
this.
house. She runs over, she turns the open sign to closed, and she's like she's like, "This way."
I put my
She does a
cappuccino down.
doot.
I
You
pick
know,
up
anybody
Birdie's
looking
cappuccino and I'll double fist.
nice. She also closed the Venetian blinds. You know, she
Mm.
pulled down the blinds, and she's like, "This way," and then she pulls a book. And her bookcase swings open,
We've already seen that today.
and you go into the layer. I know Jared's always taking my good ideas. And then you go into what you assume is her super secret hideout in her own coffee shop, and it's just like a small room. It probably was the storage closet that she's put, you know, like her conspiracy board and like her masses of notes and like her, you know, chair, and you see an encyclopedia off to the side, and you know, she pulls up like 3 chairs and like her big old ratty armchair, and she's like, "Okay, how can I help you?"
Well, this is pretty cool, and we know Jared.
Yeah,
I guess?
we were just
We-
talking to your brother earlier, and he said that you were some super cool secret spy who's been following his stuff. So we wanted to see if you knew about other people too.
Jared
Ye-
would never say that I'm a super cool spy. He refuses to
Well,
admit that I'm a spy.
we
It was
it
implied.
was implied.
I think the real
He's-
words were, "She's been following me."
And we said that sounds like a spy if they're following a golden eyes teleport man.
He was
I want
really
you to know
surprised
on the
by your
record-
comic book.
Jared followed me first.
Well,
I think he has it easier.
did he follow?
It's true. I haven't gotten proof of that yet.
Can
though.
you float?
I can't float.
So it's not genetic.
I mean,
Okay.
not genetic originally, but might be genetic now.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
Anyways, we need help finding some people. And you seem to be pretty good at finding people. So
She's like, really?
you may have even already found them, for all we know.
It's true. Who are you looking for?
My mom.
No.
No. We found her.
My real mom.
That's not who we're looking for, Birdie.
Oh, okay. Well, she could look
Wait,
for 2
who are you
people.
looking for?
We're looking for
We're
3
looking for-
people. One in particular with glowing blue neck tattoos.
Elizabeth,
Not
Elizabeth
Cox.
something.
I think Elizabeth
Natasha
Cox is her
Lintov.
fake name.
I think it's Sundgren is her
Oh.
real fake
We're looking
name.
for
yes, the
Elizabeth
e-
Cox, P.F. Liv, and Principal Yarnick. Those are their legal names.
She's like, yeah. Anything else suspicious about these people? I mean, neck tattoos. That can
Everything.
be
They're
easily covered
scientists.
up.
Oh. A P.F. lives in a
one of
giant
them likes
walking
to
mech.
be naked.
One of them likes to be naked around
Oh,
children.
and has math tattoos everywhere. And the other one's a
yeah.
Oh
principal.
yeah, it's pretty
And
distinguished.
the other one's a principal. That's really all he has going for him.
You know, this is a lot of information that would off-put a lot of people, but for Emmy, you keep saying things and she keeps being like, yes, okay. Like, she's more like,
Birdie, I'm
okay,
scared.
I don't know why we came here.
She's like, okay, here's what I can tell you. I haven't seen anybody with a glowing neck tattoo, but I can tell you that walker bots have been seen in the vac, and that nobody can get in or out of the vac anymore.
Because of the hydrogen.
Supposedly, but before they used to let people come in and salvage stuff, but now
Mm.
even they
Who's
Yeah.
they?
get in. Like, you know, the people who were let in by the Krafta Corps. You know, Krafta Corps
Mhm.
used to let people come in to
Wait,
salvage.
who's keeping him
Gabriella
out?
used to grab stuff from it was like a cleaner person.
Yeah.
cleaner.
Like,
And now
are
they're
the
not letting-
officials keeping them out, or is the
Yeah.
giant robot keeping them
Because
out?
Krafta has control over.
Krafta technically, she's like, technically Krafta is supposed to have control over this area, but these robots have been seen, and it doesn't seem like Krafta is calling the shots anymore. Like, all the people that Krafta said could go in can't get in anymore, and I've seen like Jared pulling people out of the back, essentially.
Well, that's okay, I mean, because really, we know a scrapper, and they're all hussies, so they don't deserve to go in there
Yeah,
anyway.
that's true. They need to get reputable jobs, not vacking.
That makes total sense. And then he's like, and so she's like, so I know the vac, that's the robot connection. Like, you talk to me about robots, that's what I got on robots right now. And then she's like, Principal Yarnick. I don't know, I mean, about the principal, but his daughter,
Mia.
Mia, she got into town,
Oh God.
but I haven't seen her since.
Like, suspiciously, or you just haven't been paying attention?
Like you would think that she would be hanging around, like, suspiciously, in the sense that, like, you would think that she would be hanging around, like, people at school, or like, coming to visit her mom, because her mom lives in Stockholm, kind of a thing, and that's her connection with Principal Yarnick. Natasha Lintov, don't know about that one other than the robots. And Elizabeth, she hasn't seen like a woman with neck
She's new to
tattoos.
this dimension.
Of course.
We trapped her in a
Explains
bunker, but she
everything.
escaped.
Aren't we all new to this dimension, technically?
Not her. Probably.
Yeah, you're from this dimension, probably.
Emmy? You're asking Emmy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling.
Emmy is, she's not going to be aware of any difference in dimensions. She wishes that she would, but she's not going to be. So that's the two leads. She's like, Mia, I can give you the name of Mia's mom. So, like, if you wanted to see
In Stockholm?
if you wanted to see what she's up to, like, if she's really in Stockholm or if she's here, because I saw her here, but I haven't seen her since.
Well, if she's in Stockholm, we could get that bus driver to take us back.
Wouldn't she be in school still, right?
She transferred. She doesn't go to her school anymore. After it was discovered her father, the
She
principal, was
transferred
poisoning
back?
all of the children.
She goes to a school in Denmark now.
Yeah.
It's for losers.
Well, we're trying not to hold it against her, but
and most suspiciously of all, I've heard a rumor that school was canceled today when it really wasn't canceled.
Whoa.
Wow.
Are you
School
telling
wasn't
me
canceled?
school wasn't
Who would want to leave
canceled?
school?
Wow. I am shook.
She's like, I think you guys need more cappuccino. So she pulls out her personal cappuccino machine. She makes you another one. You guys can sidebar if you want. She won't listen
I'll
to
hand
you.
it to Mick.
Yeah, I'll push my 2 empty cups to the side and continue drinking this one.
She's like, this is a woman after my own heart.
Oh, also I have this tattoo that I'm trying not to acknowledge, but you might like it.
She's like, she...
Don't show her that.
Why not?
Are you made of
What
metal?
is she gonna do? You could melt her.
I can melt metal, not people.
She's not touching the tattoo itself, but she's holding, she's like holding around your arm and she's looking at it. She's like, oh, yes.
Are these metal cappuccino cups? Oh, yeah.
Ceramic only. Maybe glass if she's feeling fancy. She's looking at it. She's like, oh, yes. Oh, this has, oh my gosh. this
It's
is
from
just
the
like the
penguins,
penguin
we
threat.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about the penguins? An abridged version, like a one-liner.
One-liner. Um, aliens from another world.
51 Pegasi B.
51 Pegasi B. That's where they're from.
What do they have to do with the Hephaestus? You have any leads on that? Does that word mean anything to you?
It's like Hephaestus. I mean, there were some articles about the Hephaestus, but I don't think that came to anything.
Okay, yeah, you should probably just forget about it then.
Okay. Should I know about the Hephaestus?
No.
Seems like there's a story there.
No, you don't need to know. Nope, there's
You know
nothing
how
there.
you have a brother with really cool superpowers?
Yeah.
No.
Surprise
he has
brother.
a brother who is really cool superpowers.
Birdie, shut up.
I can't help it. I've had 2.5 cappuccinos.
That's how I get him. That's how I get him to talk.
Because
It's
takes away
okay,
the
you'll learn.
cappuccinos.
It's an old trick. You'll learn a few of your own. She's like, okay, well,
How many walkers are there? Do you know?
a lot. I think
A
there's
lot?
like a squad.
A squad?
Do you
Yeah.
remember when you said we didn't need a weapon?
I'm a weapon.
What's a squad?
Um,
Like 5? Is that a lot?
Roll a
That's a lot.
d6.
God.
Emmy has seen 6 walkers.
Okay. 6 is a lot.
6 separate ones, or you've seen one 6 times?
I see. They're not all exactly the same, so it's 6 distinct ones. It's not like they all manufactured the same 6 tanks.
And there was not a naked woman on any of them.
No.
Not
Okay.
visible.
Was
Could've
there
been
an
inside.
unnaked woman on any of them?
She's like, I didn't really stick around. They were trying to keep me, like they didn't look friendly. Like
Ugh.
Oh, I wonder why.
Do you know what we should do? We should find someone who's really good with robots.
robots.
Like robots.
Tractor robots? Robots. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah?
might know a guy.
You know a guy?
I might know a guy. He lives
I mean, Mick's pretty good
way
with
out.
robots.
Mick's good with machines. Yeah.
So same.
Well,
I look over at Mick. I go, "Oh, Mick's the best, actually. Let me tell you that. But if we wanted number 2, you got a guy for number 2?"
She's like, here's my guy, and she gives you the list, and it says Borge on it, and she's like, you can reach him here, and it's like the bus depot. Like he and Theo worked. Like he works at the bus depot, and
Cute.
Theo drives the buses. So yeah.
Do you know
Do you want me to?
way into the back that no one will catch us?
I mean, there's lots of ways into the back, but you have to watch out.
I mean, we've been before. We kind of know what we're doing.
It's like, okay, well, just in case the walkers don't, you gotta watch out for the walkers. You gotta watch out for the
Hydrogen fire?
hydrogen fire. You gotta watch out for
The spare hussies?
the spare hussies.
No, there's no hussies
I'm not
anymore,
sure.
she said.
They might be
All but
lingering.
Lingering
Lingering
hussies.
And she's like, I have a map. I have my own personal map I can give you. I don't know if the robots have like established a perimeter or whatever, but this is the map with all of the pitfalls, like as last I saw them. And so she will like give you a map, and you can see that she's marked like entrances to old loop tunnels, and like she's marked like which ones are flooded, um, you know,
Okay.
and like electric eels sighted here, kind of a thing, and like more black water
Famously
here.
stationary creatures.
Yeah, and you can see that like on this map she'd been like tracking Jared's movements
They
mostly.
live in ponds.
You live in ponds. She's been tracking Jared's moves, and so you can see that like where she thinks that they're going into the tunnels to fight the penguin threat is like marked there. But you have a general lay of the land.
I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
It's a
Hey,
separate problem.
how many people does your brother have on his team? Because he said more than half of them were sick, and we only know of 4.
She's like, she's like, yeah, that's about right. There's like 7 people, not
7?
including him.
Who else is sick?
And Deborah's mom.
Deborah's mom. Birdie, your grandma's
Birdie's
in the
mom.
secret
My
task force too?
grandma's sick.
And a secret agent.
It's in the family. No, Birdie's mom. Deborah.
Deborah.
She's like, it's all here, and then she holds up, the comic book. She's like, it's all here. I drew it all out for you. It's plain to see who they are.
Okay, thank you. This map is very helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, great. If you have any questions, I mean, I'll keep an eye out for you. If anything happens, I'll contact you. You'll know it was me.
How?
Cornbread.
You don't need to know. It'll make sense at the time. I'll find
Okay.
you.
Okay, that's scary. Yeah. We'll keep this map and get it back to you, or
This
make a
is
copy.
ours now.
Make a copy.
This is ours.
This is ours. Anything else? She's gonna be like, okay. I've been close too long. It's suspicious. And she like ushers you out, and she flips the
There's
sign
a
back
long
to
smoke
open.
break.
Yeah, and she leaves you. She slams the door behind you, and you can look at the map. And on the back of the map, you see that there's a lot of old curtain titles because she also writes for the curtain. So she's got like different article ideas, like question marked on the back of the map too.
Hey, well, I mean, going to the back is kind of scary, but I think it's a good idea. Maybe we can test out Birdie's new neck.
Oh, yes, this thing.
The NECK.
Mhm.
We come in peace. Wait. Perfect. Love it.
Or we can try and find Mia. I don't know how helpful she'll be.
I don't think she'll be helpful.
I mean, she might be helpful later. I don't think she'll be helpful right now. She's good with chemistry, though. Or she's gone missing and she's abducted.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
you say that, walking down, you hear a woman talking. Like you guys, I'm assuming you're walking down the street to where you parked Rudy.
Yeah.
And you see a woman at the payphone, and she's like, I'm just calling to check in to see if my daughter has like been in at school lately. Like she was supposed to be here, and I can't,
School
can't
was
find
closed
her.
today, ma'am.
The person on the other end, you can hear just the sound of that voice, even if you don't know what they're saying. It's like, well, school, it's Miss Falyorn on the other end of the line saying, no, she didn't
dulcet
come into
tones.
school. She's like, we had 3 other kids who didn't show up to school today mysteriously.
I'll go up to this woman. Be
But
like, are you Mia's mom?
yeah,
And then I'll walk away.
She hangs up the phone and she runs after you and she grabs you and she's like, "Do you know? Have you seen Mia? Do you know where she is? Did she talk to you?"
Oh. No, I was just wondering if you were her mom.
I'm Suzanne Crap.
Crap.
What?
I'm sorry?
That's her name, Suzanne Crap.
Not Yarnick?
Not Carp, Crap.
And it's not Yarnick?
We're divorced.
Oh,
Oh.
you
I went back to my maiden name.
I want to have
Congratulations.
It's spelled Krapp. I'll have you know.
Crap.
Crop.
Crap. Crap.
You roll the P. Okay.
Oh.
No. Well, we're friends of Mia.
She went to our
but
school, yeah.
We haven't seen her lately either.
Since
Did
she
she
moved
came
to
back?
Denmark.
Yeah, she came back. She said she was something about her father and not hearing
Well-
from him, and now we can't find her. And she hasn't talked to me in so long, and now she came by to visit, and now she's disappeared. I'm sure her father's up to no good.
Well,
We can
probably.
guarantee that.
Did you divorce because of the ugliness?
Oh, I don't know what that is. If you're talking about the way that my husband
'Cause
looks,
he's ugly.
we divorced way. She's like, yeah, I mean, 10 years ago we've been divorced.
Hmm. Did he ever talk about another woman, maybe named Elizabeth? Likes to get naked?
Oh, yes, Elizabeth. Ugh, never liked her.
She's a hussy.
Needs to get naked.
Your husband might be with her right now.
It's possible.
Serves him right.
We're also trying to find Mia. Did she say where she was staying at least when she came back?
I mean, she said she was gonna, stay with friends. I think she was gonna
doesn't
visit
have
somebody named
friends.
Birdie.
Oh,
What?
She was gonna stay with me? I'm Birdie.
You're Birdie?
Well,
then you'll know where
my
she
legal name is Deborah's daughter.
No.
She's like,
It's
oh,
Fish daughter.
Fish daughter.
Don't write that down.
She's like, oh, well, I'll know where. You'll know where she is.
She might be at my house. I'm not staying there at the moment.
Oh, well, I'll go and see. Where's your house?
Over
I'm
there.
not supposed to tell strangers where I live. She said, when did she say she was staying with me? I've talked to her recently and I did not invite her to stay with me.
I mean, like
Unless.
a week ago?
Lucas, your fake brother is Mia because I invited your brother to live in my basement. It all makes sense.
That doesn't make any sense, Birdie.
You're right, it
what
doesn't.
Are you talking
Okay,
about?
never mind. Scratch that.
She's like, I mean, if she wasn't, it sounds like she wasn't at the school. And if she didn't come to stay with you, which I could have sworn she said, they also had that cabin in the woods that they sometimes stayed at for.
Just a weird
Have
cabin
you
in the
have you
woods.
checked the cabin in the woods?
No, I came here first because I thought the cabin in the woods with no electricity was an unlikely choice. But,
She wanted to
and
get back in contact with nature.
and I don't actually know where it is. They built that together.
Okay.
Where is this cabin? It better not be in the VAC.
We've found it once.
Did we?
Didn't
You
we?
have found it once.
Oh. Okay.
There was like a gun and
Oh.
some
oh,
other
we do
stuff.
need a weapon.
Well,
Well,
we do need a
he
weapon.
took the gun with him, Yarnick. when he went into the tunnels again. It's a while ago. Well, we can maybe check the cabin for you. Maybe keep asking around town.
We just
Is she
bumped
in the
into you,
library?
so who knows what you're gonna bump into?
She's like, ugh.
Miss Margarita really always has her finger on the pulse.
That's true. I haven't asked Miss Margarita. Maybe I'll get a cappuccino first before I go to pick me up. And
To have fun. Avoid the Swedish fish.
Yeah, I really think they added something to the cappuccino, Lucas. Did you try it?
There's a definite chew factor there.
There's a sludgy quality that really is just
The mouthfeel is just exquisite.
yeah.
It's got some body to it.
No, I passed. Okay. Well,
Has she left? She's left. Walked
She's
away.
left. I mean,
Okay.
Get rid of her.
she. You get the sense she is gonna be around town looking for Mia.
Guys, I think if we find Mia, we might find Yarnik. Either Mia's found Yarnik or Yarnik was like,
Has
Mia's
abducted her?
here. Yeah.
Or Elizabeth has abducted her to power her weird dimension traveling and is holding her prisoner to keep Yarnik under control.
Yeah, because he doesn't like her.
No.
But he came back before he left her in Denmark.
He did.
He did.
So, I mean, he'd already given in to Elizabeth, but more collateral's never bad.
Imagine his surprise when Elizabeth unveiled and was like, I have your daughter. And he was like, no, she was supposed to be in Denmark. I bet that was
No
a
place
really
is
funny
safe.
conversation that they had.
No dimensions, no.
I want you guys
countries.
to act that out for me.
No. Okay. Well, why don't we at least see if we can get it back to the cabin? Maybe Yarnik left something there.
I mean, let's go to my house
Yeah, let's
first
go to
before
Birdie's
they...
house.
Wouldn't your dad have called or
No.
walked over if suddenly a friend showed up?
No.
What is wrong with your
Because
family?
I didn't tell him where I was, so he was probably calling Stockholm this whole time, saying, I have a friend in town. That's probably how Mia's mom figured out.
You think it wasn't obvious that you were next door?
No.
Okay.
We were very discreet.
We were quite discreet.
So discreet. If it's not a fish, his dad doesn't know that it exists. So, okay, you're heading to Birdie's house.
Birdie's house, I guess.
Great.
There might be someone there you don't want to see.
Oh, I'm not going in.
I'll go in.
You don't have to go in to see them. They could open the door.
I'm going to go to Mick's house where I live, and you guys are going to go here where I don't. And then you're going to tell me everything.
Okay.
Great.
I
Bring.
go to Mick's house.
Knock, knock.
Oh, hello.
Hello, we're seeking Birdie's mom.
No, or dad.
I mean, this is Birdie's dad, but
Perfect.
Deborah's not here.
Oh, okay.
She had to pull an all-nighter tonight, so she's not going to be here.
Busy lady. It's like she was never gone and also never came home. Anyways, did anyone come here looking for Birdie? Any school friends? Anyone named Mia? No one said
He's like,
bring. I was told I could stay here. I'm from Denmark.
no, nobody said that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Crabfish daughter. Bye, son.
Mr. Birdie's mom.
Mom, Dad?
Why did you let Michael leave?
Great question.
He wanted to leave.
He wasn't supposed to leave.
Look, I know that people treat research assistants like slaves, but they gotta get out and have a life sometime. They can't just live in a basement with fish.
No.
I don't think he has.
He's
a
gotta
life.
be like me, and he's gotta get married.
Ew. No. He's too
As you're
young for that.
talking, he's too young for that. I hate him, but he doesn't deserve that. As you're talking, it's like 4 o'clock now. I feel like you're talking at the door, and you hear footsteps and the sound of a very familiar person behind you say, "Well, well, well. I see nobody's sick today." And you turn around, and Miss Tollefson, your homeroom teacher.
Miss Tollefson, what are you doing here? Go away.
Go away.
Miss Tollefson, your homeroom teacher, is standing with her arms crossed, and she's like, "So, what do you guys have to say for yourselves?" And she's like, "Birdie, get out here from behind the bush. I can see you peeking around the corner."
My things are just sticking.
Yeah. Your headband is giving you away.
Ms. Tollefson,
I was told school was canceled.
school was canceled for an
then
all-day
I tried to go to hockey
practice,
and it was also
School
canceled.
was not canceled. And you know what you missed today?
What? Hockey practice?
Yes. Not to
And
mention a test. The math one.
we were
Oh.
practicing for
I
it.
just told you
The
we were all day
Serbians.
practicing.
I have to report to the Serbians.
Wait, did
They
we
were
miss
very
We
disappointed.
missed the competition?
Yes.
Oh, well, we were practicing for the competition. We didn't do
That
very well then.
doesn't work for me.
We're
I feel like
practicing,
she's
and our mascot escaped. So how are we supposed to come to the competition when we don't
There
have a
are
mascot?
2 other people on the team that should have
We
competed.
were also trying to recruit someone else. You remember Mia? She's back. We just can't find her.
The Serbians
She's
love
super
the
smart.
Danish, though.
Our friend is missing, and that takes precedent over Mathlon. I thought you would understand.
She's like, I didn't know
Wow,
Mia
you
was
have
missing.
no
I thought she was
emotional
in Denmark.
intelligence.
So you just don't even care about
You
your
don't
former
even care
students?
about
The
your
moment
students?
they leave, you don't care. The moment they don't sign up for Mathlon, they're nothing to you.
You get the sense she's just letting you talk it out, being like,
And Miss Tollefson,
She's
you're
used to us by now.
yeah, she's just like, I know I can't stop it, so I'm just gonna let them go through.
I'm
And I know
behind a bush
what does
still
Miss
yelling at
Tollefson
her.
know? I know. She's like, Birdie, hiding behind a bush. Does your dad know you're here?
No, I'm in Stockholm.
What were you saying, Mick? When did you get a tattoo? You can't even get a tattoo. You're a minor.
I got
It's
it
a
at
sleeve.
Party City.
It's a fake sleeve.
You got it at Party City? It's a fake sleeve? Well, let me see. Can you rub it off?
No.
Yeah, look, it moves.
She just got it.
She's like, Miss Allison is like, what are your parents letting you guys get into?
You're not our mom, okay?
And you never will be.
Birdie!
Unless my dad's single,
He's getting
He's
married. I have a
renewing
wedding
his
invite. All right.
Okay, we're really sorry, Miss Thompson. Is there like a makeup day we could do the math one?
Yes. I will
Okay,
let the
when is
Serbians
it?
know that you will take.
Wait, who are we competing against? The Serbians? No, they're our
No.
sponsor.
They're your
The
sponsor. They sponsor the
Serbian
tournament.
chess club.
The Serbian
specific.
Chess Club sponsors Us,
The
Mathlons.
mathlon club.
the
The
eagle,
Swedish mathlons.
math,
We're the Griffins.
Griffins.
the griffin. No, we're the. What are we, Abby? I don't even remember.
Oh, you're
Sugar
owl.
Sugar
formulas.
formulas.
Oh.
She's like, yes, they are gonna bring people in from Stockholm, a high school in Stockholm, to compete with you.
Well, that's very intimidating, Miss Tollefson. I don't know if I can compete against kids from Stockholm.
You compete with kids from Stockholm all the
Hockey's
time in
different.
hockey.
He's not good at math.
No.
Look,
At what?
it's happening. I'll call the Serbians.
When? You haven't told
You
us
guys
when.
better call. You guys better. I don't know. They gotta tell me.
Well,
They
you
gotta
have
put
to
together-
Expect
tell
us to
us.
show up to school every day.
Birdie!
Birdie. She's like yelling at.
Lucas. Almost Birdie.
She's
We're,
like,
we're
don't make me
still-
tell coach
well, no.
your coach, Lucas,
He's not scared of that.
because he asked.
I
He asked me
tried.
where you were.
These two lied to me. I'll be at school. I promise.
Miss Tollefson, we had a very good reason to not be at school today.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
cannot
Birdie, what
tell
was
that
it?
to you. If we told you, you would not believe us, so I'm just going to spare you the emotional exhaustion of listening to us tell it.
She's like, great. Well, come back. You need to take your makeup test. Come early. You better come early tomorrow to make up your test. And I won't tell coach this time. Because he knew something must have been really, really wrong for you not to come.
I know,
Our
I've never been
friend is
practiced.
missing still. That wasn't a
Our
lie.
friend is missing still. Also, Miss Tollefson, next time just call. Don't show up to the places that we live. That's weird.
It's not weird. It's the 90s in a small town. I can go where I want.
Get out of here.
We don't have cell
She's-
phones, so she can't call us.
She's like, okay, fine. And she's like, you get the sense she's like not going to tell your parents that you like skip school essentially, since she saw you and addressed the problem.
Thanks, Miss Tollefson. You're the
Herself.
coolest. Bye.
That
She's-
woman. I say before Miss Tollefson leaves.
She shoots you dagger.
If only she knew that her
Eyes.
classroom was on the wrong side of the hallway.
She's like, their
Alright.
heads are on the wrong side of the hallway. That's all I'm going to say. And if they weren't already, I'm about to make them that way. And she storms off. But you get the sense that she is worried, a little bit worried that you said Mia's missing. So she'll probably like ask around.
You think he's just going to
Well-
show up to Mia's cabin in the woods unannounced without calling?
Who?
Miss
Miss
Tollefson.
Tollefson.
Tollefson?
She doesn't know how to
demonstrated
get
a
to there.
pattern of doing that.
I doubt she knows how to get there. We
Now,
could-
Miss Margarita, yes, would get to the cabin.
Oh, well, we should just get Miss Margarita, except I refuse on principle.
Well, Yes, we need to go to the cabin tonight if we have to go to school tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to go to school. I tried to go to school, except you both lied to me.
What do you
Do you
think
know
Miss
how productive
Tollefson-
today has been?
So productive. What do you think she'd do if we skip school again?
Ooh, she would lose it.
She would lose it, and I can't miss practice.
Well, what if you go to practice and then skip school?
No, it doesn't work like that. You
Why?
know it. Because I have to have grades that are of a certain level, which means I need to study for this damn test.
You
I
didn't
think
tell
it's
us the
too late.
subject. How are you going to do that?
We know. I'm sure I'll look in my notebook because I keep a calendar of everything.
That's irresponsible for you to skip school on a day that there was a test then.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, well,
So rude. Miss Margarita turns around the corner and you know you will be caught up in a conversation if you stand here. But you see that she's wearing a shirt that says, save water, drink tequila, and she's walking.
I don't think that's how that works.
Wow. She knows what her brand is, and she is representing it.
This time Lucas hides behind a bush. Because I'm sure Tequila is also on a leash being walked.
Yes, Tequila, the animal, is also there. Are you
Gotta
guys
go.
visible? Will you let
No.
yourself be seen by Miss Margarita?
Yeah.
I probably will.
Lucas is behind a bush.
Okay, so the next time you have to hide behind the bush, Meg. Whoever, for the next person who shows up on this
Mhm.
lawn.
It's gonna be Alex.
Miss Margarita is like, oh, you know how? Look at you guys. Oh, how was? I had so much fun on that little trip we took the other day.
Yeah, it was a great time.
I
It
haven't
was.
gotten to use my semis in so long.
I'm glad you had that experience.
She's like, here, try some of my new. She pulls out of like her big tote bag. She's like, try some of my new spaghetti bolognese. Don't worry, it's tofu.
It's not penne alla tequila.
No.
Oh.
But somehow tequila and penne just don't go.
Okay.
Tequila and macaroni, great. Tequila and spaghetti, great. Penne,
This is
Okay.
vegan.
Yeah.
Please describe to
Tequila's
me what
vegan.
vegan means to you.
Tequila-based products only. It's tequila tofu. It's tequila noodles. It's tequila tomatoes.
Yeah, you get the sense that she's totally incorrect, but she at least has kept the pasta and the bolognese sauce separate, so you could have the pasta, but on
I
its
love
own. But
plain pasta that's slick with tequila.
and she's like, "Oh, I cooked it with it's scented with tequila
Ooh, just a little
in the
spritz.
water."
Perfect. I'll pull out just like a gallon bag and be like, fill her up.
She's like, "Oh no, you can keep the Tupperware, honey," and she like
Oh.
gives you the Tupperware of the
Perfect.
pasta, and she gives Mick the bolognese sauce.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
like, "Oh." She's like, "Well, what's next, guys?" I saw Miss Tollefson storming away. It seemed
Ugh.
like you guys were in.
She was confused.
Yeah.
And
And what was that I heard about Mia? Is she coming to town?
No, she's missing.
came and went.
Yeah,
missing.
she's gone. Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Oh.
You don't have any experience in like manhunting, do you?
She's like, "Oh no, that wasn't my department."
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, we're just gonna go try and find her at a weird cabin in the woods where there used to be a gun, but there's probably not anymore. So
But remember, guns are not for minors.
no. But she has a tattoo, so that means she is not a minor anymore.
You do have a tattoo. Oh my gosh, you're such a rebel.
No, it's temporary tattoo from Party City.
Okay.
She got a discount.
And she looks over at Rudy and she's like, "And you've pimped out Rudy, I see."
Watch this. We come in peace.
She is like, "Oh wow, that is impressive.
I know.
You have quite the ride." She's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna now that I've
Do you have
gotten the
anything
goss
for
and
Lucas? I know he loves your tequila doodles.
Loves them.
tequila doodles."
Cannot get enough.
She's like, rummage. She's like, "Well, I made this for him and for Meatball because I know that Meatball also really appreciates the finer things."
Hard liquor.
That is the finer things in life. She's like, "It's tequila snaps," and she
Oh.
whips them out, and they're her latest creation. And she's like, "I'm still tweaking the recipe, but I feel like the tequila really brings out the ginger. Here you go."
It
Eventually
burns either way.
Yep,
We'll get these straight to him.
it's a digestive.
The bush is quivering in fear.
She's like,
Tequila's
"Oh
like
my
sniffing
goodness."
it. And
Suddenly a shaking aspen.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh," and then she tottles off down the street.
you know, you two switch.
There's nobody to hide from. I throw the bag of cookies into the bush.
Ow. Okay, God. I don't think Meatball can eat these.
Why
I
not?
don't think you should feed these to him.
You feed him
Well-
literally everything else on the planet. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, but not alcohol.
They're
Oh,
Let
cooked.
him
that'll do to him.
live.
There's no alcohol. I mean, the
Meatball
alcohol's all
lives
cooked out.
just well enough anyways. Without
To be
this
clear, these
nonsense.
are fully cooked ginger snaps. You could taste one to ascertain alcohol levels, but
I'm terrified of
it's
that
not
possibility.
a cake that you can drink.
It's not a slurry.
Okay.
Well, I'm going home to study for a test. And you know what? I'm mad at both of you. So we can talk at school tomorrow. Bye.
You
Lucas
wait
is
until
gonna
the
walk
end of the
off.
day to be mad at us.
Yeah, I wait till the end of the day when my homeroom teacher comes and tells me that you both lied to me about whether or not school was happening, and then you made me miss practice, and then now I could be in trouble with both the school and my coach.
Well, Lucas, there's some things in life more important than hockey practice and grades, like saving our friend, which we're gonna go do at a cabin in the woods in the dark.
Okay, good luck.
Great. I love this for us.
Have fun getting home.
Lucas,
I walked home long before you ever got Rudy, Nick, so won't be a problem. Because I'm used to using my body and walking where I need to go.
okay, you two want to do anything as Lucas storms off? Or
The
like
nerve
he's
of that
gone now.
boy.
Are we going to this cabin? I think you're right. I think we have to because we have to go to school tomorrow early.
Yeah, probably. Can you drive?
Yeah,
Why didn't you drive earlier?
because I hadn't fixed Rudy yet, but that was a big freaking mistake.
I don't know if I've ever said this, but you're much better at driving Rudy than Lucas.
Yeah, you haven't said it before because that was the only time he'll ever do it. But you're right.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what? Let's just, on the way there, we'll just list things you're better at than Lucas. Okay.
How far away is this cabin?
Lucas, what are you? Well, before you guys go to the cabin, Lucas, what are you doing? Do you want him to have a scene?
No, not really.
Okay. Great. You've stormed off. You've gone home. Everything is as normal. Okay, you two. The cabin. It's not like too far out.
When we
let me
get
pull
close, I
up.
want to do something.
I mean, I'll say that your cabin is probably it's on the northeastern coast of Munso.
Munso.
It's small, cold, empty, apart from a couple of beds and some beach gear. And then there's the several round hatches that lead down into the tunnels. So yeah, you can get there fairly easily. Like you'll remember where to go. So what did you want to do when you get close?
When we get close, I want to use the nearby Elizabeth cautioning knick-knack the neck. I'm going to change it to principal on the back.
Yarnick.
And I want to investigate and see if he is around.
Okay. Great.
Using this and also looking with my eyes to say, oh yeah, there's a car with his license plate. It says world's best principal.
World's best principal. Great. You get like the baseline beep. Like I'm assuming there's like with a Geiger counter, there's just some baseline like far apart beeps. Great. Investigate. Tell me what you want to know. Tell me your questions.
Oh my goodness. What threats can I perceive here? Is like threat being Elizabeth Yarnick PF Live. Are they nearby?
They are not nearby.
Okay, perfect. What is hidden here? And by that I mean, is Mia hidden here?
Mia is not hidden here.
Oh.
You get the sense, I'll say, like with the 4 successes, you get the sense that like she came here, but she's not there anymore, and she's like not down in the tunnels. Like you see 2 sets of footprints.
Can I get a read on like what that means? Like, did she come here and then leave? Like, was she looking for something here? Did she not spend that much time here?
Yeah, it seems like she was looking for her dad because she had called you and was like, "My dad's missing and I don't know where he is." And so she's like, you get the sense like the energetic impression that's left here is like her being like, "My dad's probably at the cabin, like I'll go check." And then he wasn't there, and then she's like, "Okay, well, I'll go back, back to town or somewhere
Does it
else." She
look like we
leaves.
could follow her footprints or her tracks? Or did she like get into a car?
She gets into a car.
Does she drive? She doesn't have a driver's license.
I don't
She's
have a
younger than
driver's
us.
license.
Did she get into the passenger side of a car or the driver's side of a car?
Passenger side.
Oh, there's more questions than answers.
So many questions. And I'll say just like with the 4, like she didn't find her dad. It's like you guys were there last, and it doesn't seem like anybody else has been there since. Like it's totally untouched. So like Principal Yarnick hasn't been there at all, nor anybody else.
Well, I don't know where this.
And your Elizabeth counter is kind of just staying on its steady pace.
Okay, I'll turn it back to alarm.
Yeah. So that's that's what you get from going there.
Well, she's not here. Well, she was here.
She was
She
here.
got to a passenger side of a car.
Whose
driving
car?
her? Who does she know? Why would she say, "I'm going to Birdie's house"? Do you think it's a boy? Does she have a boyfriend here? Is that why she didn't tell her mom? Wow,
Maybe.
scandalous.
That is scandalous.
Who else do we know that drives a car? Gabriella. That's it. Exhaustive list.
Mark.
Mark had a car?
He had a motorcycle.
No, he had a calculator. And Theo.
Johan.
And Theo.
Johan. Oh my god.
Miss Blanken.
This list is growing wildly out of control.
So many possibilities. No one else though has a car.
But if Theo ME said that Theo worked with another person at the bus station or whatever, so maybe they know who has cars.
Oh, they have a running list of the cars.
Bus people have a list of all car people.
Okay. I mean, that's our best lead.
Maybe he's a mechanic too. Mechanics would know who has cars.
Aren't you a mechanic? Do you know who has cars?
No, because I don't work on cars, Birdie.
Oh.
The first car I've ever worked on was the one that I melted. but then fix.
Melted and fixed all at the same time.
Didn't you do something to Pia's car? No, we just parked it on top of her.
I think y'all just used it.
Oh, speaking of, we need to go back to my house.
Okay. For what?
I need to get rid of this file. Jared, eventually they're going to find out that their vault is melted and they're going to be like, what did that girl say that she could do with her arms? I'm going to bury this in the backyard and then they won't be able to find it.
They'll probably find it. If you bury it at your house.
Oh, you think we should bury it here at this cabin?
Probably not here, but maybe somewhere. Oh, I remember. Didn't I have you get that vial so we could do science? We need to go to my house.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's right. You did want to do science.
Oh, this might be our big breakthrough, Meg.
Okay, we'll go to your house. I thought you didn't live there anymore.
I don't. I'm just popping in.
Okay.
Sounds like my mom is gone. She's been gone for, I don't know what, 12 years, and then she decided on her first day back she's going to work a 24-hour shift. Wow.
Yep. Maybe she is.
Side note, you did ask your mom to help you, and that's what she's trying to do with her 24-hour shift. She's trying
That's
to get to the
fine.
bottom.
She should have been like, no, I want to spend time with you, daughter, after I've been gone forever. Instead, she said, my work comes first, even if you ask me to.
It's true. That is what she said. All right, you guys headed back to your house?
Yep.
I love this for us. You get to your house. Your mom's not there.
Perfect. Okay, this is what the science we're going to do. We're going to take some of this promogenitor liquid.
Yeah.
We're going to dose a fish.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put that fish in the black fleck water
Okay.
and see what happens.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
This is totally vegan. Okay, so we don't need to make that happen.
Okay.
Great. I love this. What are we going to roll for this?
Maybe a comprehend?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you want to lead me to help?
How many lead do I have?
Or is that risky?
I have 5.
Not great odds.
Not great odds. It's not horrible though.
You could always check your shame. If you fail, so you don't have to hate me as well.
True. How many comprehend do you have?
I'll be rolling 8 total.
You got it.
Well, I'll be rolling 7 total.
You got
I'm
it.
upset. I don't remember why I'm upset. I've been upset for a long time. I don't remember why.
Just perpetually upset.
Okay. I don't need. Oh, I'm gonna use my +1 fish therapy. Oh my god, we need to get Basement Michael here so I can use my +2 Basement Michael to help me do science. But he's gone.
He's gone now. You
what-
get 1. Okay.
Okay. If you narratively, I imagine we do this and then we leave the fish in this water overnight. So if narratively you want to give me the results after some time has passed.
Okay. Explain to me what you do again.
We have a vial
Mhm.
of primogenitor, and we have a
Mhm.
syringe with a needle, and so I drop some of the primogenitor. I just stick it in the fish,
Mhm.
push it in, not all of it, maybe like a little bit. Do its eyes turn silver?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
I
and
think
then
we
put
should
it-
make one, Birdie. I think we should make one that just has a primogenitor and one that sits in the black fleck water and has primogenitor, and then we can see what they both are.
Oh, so a control group.
Yeah.
Okay. So we inject 2 fish with a small amount of primogenitor,
I feel like I
We
should
put-
make you roll move for all these fish injections.
We put one in the water with the black flecks, and then
Mhm.
I
we
have
gotta go
bottled
get
water in my house.
Okay, we got bottled water. We need some of that. we got.
There's so much
I-
science happening.
While she goes to
Okay,
get that, I empty out
here
a
are the-
fish tank.
Here are the results of your science.
Okay.
You don't even make it until the morning. Fish 1, who was just injected with
Subject one,
primogenitor.
yes.
Subject 1,
The control group,
primogenitor only.
yes.
You inject the fish. The fish's eyes turn silver. The pebbles at the bottom of the tank start to levitate, and
Science.
You've made a monster.
and you know, even like a little bit, like things outside the tank are kind of like levitating, going up and down.
Subject number 2.
Are you gonna let it do that? Okay.
Oh,
You let that fish.
No,
Yeah,
stop
yes,
it now.
that's fine.
Murder.
No, it's fine. It's just doing its thing. Do you imagine somewhere? Do you remember somewhere Jared is like, "Come on, get over here," and he's like, "Why are you not responding to me appropriately?" He doesn't know it's a fish.
The second one, you don't let it hang out in the tank, so it doesn't have time to like lift pebbles or whatever. But you see that its eyes turn silver, and you drop it into the black fleck water. And when was this aquarium filled with water? Was it only black fleck water, or was it like...
Oh, I imagine we have a separate bowl that we've recently filled with tap water, and we're putting the fish in there.
Okay. So if it's recent tap water, it like nothing is affecting. Like it's
Oh, we
totally
did fix
fine.
the water treatment plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are. I mean, there's filters. I think it's like occasionally filled and filtered. So if it's been filtered, we can just go get the filter and like shake some of the black specks into the water.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you shake the black specks in. The fish, nothing happens. Like that, it seems inert when they just kind of like sink to the bottom. But Mick, as she is like helping you and like brushes close to the fish nearby, and you see the swirly tattoo move, then the fish gets like a little erratic and starts banging against the glass, and
Mick,
little
I need
black
Ugh.
veins pop out.
Mick, I'm a really bad scientist. You're such a much better scientist than I
Yeah.
am. Can you touch this water? Just like give it a little jiggle with your hand.
Yeah.
No, other hand. The
bad hand.
the bad hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You see a little bit of that oil go into the water, and it goes into the fish, and before it was like a little bit crazy, but now it is like hulked out crazy.
Oh my god, we are gonna win a Nobel Prize for this. What have we learned? I don't know, but it's results.
Science has
And-
happened.
Yeah, we didn't do our
Science.
science good enough, Birdie. We're supposed to have a hypothesis, but we didn't know what was
We've made an observation. Now we need to test the hypothesis. This is more science. The angry fish. I'm gonna try to suck primogenitor out with the needle. I don't know how this works. I know before it was injected and then it went out in a needle. So I'm just gonna assume I can stab this fish with a needle and suck primogenitor out.
How about you roll investigate primogenitor?
Okay.
Like the fluid itself.
Yeah. Do I have any?
I'm assuming your dad has like a microscope or something,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Can I use my? I'm breezing through all of these investigates. I have +3 Alex briefcase. This is
Ooh!
essentially what I
Yeah.
want to do is replicate Alex
Sure.
briefcase. Wow.
Wow, we are really. I want you to cash in all your points. Clear it out.
Making good
Okay.
progress. 3 successes.
3. Yeah. Tell me your questions.
What does it mean? Is it illegal?
Is it illegal? Is such a worthless question in this world. What does it mean? I'm gonna say, if you're just looking at the primogenitor under a microscope, I can give you that, or I can give you what does it mean, maybe more about the fish.
Context of fish. I'm still
Okay.
approaching this with the intent of trying to cure Mick of whatever's happening, so that is sort of like what I'm trying to get
Okay.
at.
What it means is that what you can see, there are like 2 different forms of like this water, right? There's like the black specks, which
Which have
you
done
are
nothing.
which you're assuming are like innocuous, like precipitation out, like it's kind of become inert. And then somehow there's like a more active form, which like when you think back to when you were in the lab at the Hephaestum, like the water was black itself and like moving, and when it was leaking into the water system, it was liquid. So like you're kind of like liquid is active water.
Liquid bad, solid.
Solid
liquid,
good. Like
yeah, solid good.
solid, it's now inert. So that's what that means.
Okay, Mick.
Yeah.
I go over to the freezer and I open it. Stick your arm in this freezer.
Birdie, why?
Because liquid bad, solid good. Now get in there.
I'm going to die.
You don't have to stay in there forever. We're just gonna see what happens. Like, does it go
Okay,
down?
sure. Stick arm in freezer.
That does not work.
And we've learned more data. Okay. Okay, perfect. So, I have more questions.
I was waiting for.
What threats can I perceive here? Like, if I agitate the fish, does it seem to spread more tattoo, or like, are there things I can do to the fish to make it spread more?
No, it seems like it's like contact with this black water is what infected the fish.
But Mick's tattoo has been growing, right? Or is
Yeah.
it stayed the same? Okay.
I mean, it's like been moving. It hasn't grown outright. I mean, it's only been a day.
Okay. Perfect. I don't know. How can I? I don't know. Is there anything
Don't
else
you
want
want
to
to
tell me?
remove it from the fish?
Yeah, I guess I want to. How can I get out of something? And by that, I mean, how can I get it out of the fish?
It being the water or it being the primogenitor?
Either or.
You don't know about the water. But the primogenitor, like you said, it was recalled out of Mick, like once her finger was pricked. And that makes you think that it's
I just
not.
prick the fish's finger.
You gotta prick the fish's finger. There's something that it responds to, like whether that's magnetism, whether it's like a signal, there's something like that recalls the primogenitor.
Do you still have the laptop? No, it
No.
got taken from you.
There were a bunch in that vault room, though. We could go get one.
Oh. You didn't take one?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's hard. It was hard to hide a briefcase.
That was fair. It's a large briefcase. Yeah, we could do that. Or what if I take the bad fish and I put it in the tank with the good fish? Does it like
Oh.
lose its mind and like attack it?
I mean, I would
Now
say
we're committing animal cruelty. I mean, we already are, but
oh my gosh. I would say that, like, you know how Miss Smithson was like walking towards a point
Mm-hmm.
when she was black-eyed crazy. This fish is also
We
like
have a homing fish. We can pick it up and we can follow it.
This is great.
yeah, but it is like bashing itself, you know, like it is
Mm.
maybe gonna hurt itself to like get to there.
All signs are pointing to where this fish is.
Yeah.
How much do I bet it just leads to that tunnel
Probably.
where we already?
We should probably
heard-
go in the tunnel. Not now.
Secret
Isn't there going to be water in
tunnel.
the tunnel?
Probably.
Should you go in the tunnel with the bad water?
Should probably before you do. Is that what you're saying?
No.
All right,
Here,
while you
okay.
guys
I take a
deliberate,
third fish. I put it in water, and
Oh
I
my
say, "Mick, touch
God.
this water. Does the
Just a
bad
plain
water?
fish.
Yeah, with no primogenitor. Is it affected by Mick's bad touch? The primogenitor had nothing to do with anything. We were just touching the fish to the black water.
no, yeah, it doesn't necessarily.
okay.
It doesn't do anything to the
This was useful science.
fish. Okay, well, while you guys are doing your science, Lucas flashback is walking down the road angrily. And
yes.
you hear a beep beep, and a car pulls to a stop, and there's a girl smoking a cigarette, and she says, "Looks like you need a ride, Wonder Boy. Can I give you a lift?"
Lucas tries to play it up cool. He's like, I mean, I would have gotten where I'm going, but I guess I can take a ride.
She's like, "Hop in, sweet cheeks," and
Gabriella!
I
That's
assumed it was
Gabriella?
Gabriella. Okay.
Um,
Sweet Chicks is weird, but okay.
So you hop in, and she's like, "All right," you know, like you have to point her in the right direction. She's like, "So why
Yeah.
weren't you with your dream team?"
They're off doing something. I have a feeling it involves animal cruelty and terrible science at the moment, but I'm not sure. It's just a sense. But,
That's oddly specific.
I heard they stopped all the scrappers from getting into the vac.
Yeah, I skipped school today so that I could get some extra
Tell me
cash.
about it. Well,
But
it's not surprising.
I mean, they didn't do it. Wasn't the Krafta Corps didn't do it. There's just robots everywhere. They're blocking our way.
Robots everywhere. And what did Krafta say about it? It's just like can't get in, or they provide
I
an
mean,
explanation.
it happened this is the first time I've been out. I haven't heard anything official. Seems nobody from Krafta Corps was there. Like the checkpoint was empty.
Oh, what? Weird. Okay. Well,
Yeah, they all had some weird thunderbolt on their robots.
Thunderbolt robots. Don't know what that means. Did I mean, we were thinking of going back into the vac. So, if you wanted to like get
Well, that would be
in, maybe.
crazy.
I mean, we're pretty crazy.
But
Ooh.
I'm down for crazy.
Yeah. Um, crazy is good. And I don't know when, but maybe soon, maybe tomorrow or the day after. Uh, we'll probably be going back in, and we got a special map that has some entry points that I think the loop doesn't even know about. So still got to deal with those robots or whatever, but shouldn't be a problem if there's 4 of us.
Whatever you say, Wonder Boy. She's like, you just let me know where.
Cool. I'll let you know. You haven't seen Mia at all, have you?
Oh yeah, I gave her a ride.
Where?
I gave- she wanted to go see some stupid
Are you on the
cabin
car
that her and
list?
her dad.
Oh, you took her to the cabin? Was her dad there?
No, we left. He wasn't there. Dropped her off in town.
Oh, and you haven't seen her since?
No,
Weird. We're
I
trying
don't
to
hang out
find
with
her,
goody
but
two shoes like that.
yeah, I mean, she's a little too goody, but you know. Anyways, I need to study for a test tomorrow.
She's like, that's so precious, danger boy. She pulls
Gotta
up
know when to be
at your
dangerous
house.
and when to be
Studious.
studious.
Studious. And she
Sometimes you
drops
gotta
you
appease
off.
the taskmasters.
Yeah. She's like, just let me know when.
Okay,
Drops you
I'll
off.
let you know. Thanks for the ride.
She flicks a
I'll
cigarette butt out.
maybe see you in school. That's littering. Lucas picks it up.
She peels out of the driveway. And you're home.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go home. Ignore my family per usual. And test some tequila snaps with meatball.
Ugh, I just got shivers when you said tequila snaps. A
They're
shiver
your
went up
own
my
creation,
spine.
so that's your own fault.
Tequila snaps. I would say that they may have been soaked in tequila after their creation. So they are hard snaps.
Okay, well then I refrain. I maybe tear off a tiny little crumb for Meatball to see if Meatball actually wants it.
I feel like
And then
he doesn't.
yeah,
He doesn't.
it's a smart choice, Meatball. I don't trust these at all. I do go back downstairs and get some other food for returning, and I study for my test, whatever it was. As well as get ready for hockey practice in the morning.
Okay.
Prep myself mentally. Come up with an excuse for the coach.
You too.
Yeah.
Darlings. My scientists over here. What are you guys gonna do for the night?
Animal abusers.
And how are you gonna explain the missing fish?
They're fine. I'll take both of them with me.
2 missing fish.
Three fish, right? We had
Well, one of them is
One of them's
normal, so we
fine,
just
yeah.
put him back. Yeah,
one of them is levitating rocks and pebbles.
he's coming. One of them's angry headbutting. He's coming. And then one of them's just a fish. He stays.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
sure. Great. Where are you staying,
Nick's house.
Birdie? Mick's house. Okay, so you leave with the fish.
And I cover them before we get in sight of Vibe.
good. That's good choice.
Or we could do more science. No.
That would be dangerous choice.
Do you want a bird that
Um,
can levitate everything around it?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Could be cool. Okay. Mick, anything you want to do?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great. Spending the night at your house. We'll end it there and we'll start a bright new day tomorrow in 2 weeks. Tomorrow in 2 weeks. And we will see what else can happen and things from the flood. What are we playing next week, Logan?
Oh, we're playing Burning Wheel. Good things are happening.
Good things are happening. Only good things are happening.
I think
Only good thing.
we're meeting Martine.
We're going into Hoken, sort of.
The
on
Bradford
the-
pairs reuniting.
Yeah. The Bradford pair is coming back together.
Beatrice and Woozleworf.
So next week it's a special episode. It will be Martine's last episode with us. So you'll have to tune in and watch.
You love Martine.
Ominous.
So fun. All right. That's it for tonight, guys. Bye.
We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.